Let's see if it's gonna work. Survey says maybe. Excellent connection. So then act like it. Can you act like it? Maybe. There we go. Time to share out to the verb. Was gonna get started a little earlier, but then I got distracted. ADD's a hell of a drug. Post, share, tweet. Think everything's working. So I may or may not have been a little distracted, because my plan for next year is to buy a new computer. And Thyri made me an amazing build with a GTX 3070 for $1889.85. My budget is about $1,500 before the GPU. I count the GPU as something separate because, again, you go with 3070, 3080, 2080 Ti. Like, no, that's going to be a factor that's, you know what? That's not going to count. Using PC Parts Picker, I built one with a 3080, 10 gigabyte tough gaming video card, whatever, with a couple extra upgrades for $2261. But if you take away the graphics card, it goes down to $1,500. So, well, that's my budget is $1,500 minus card, and then with the card makes it up to $2261. Like, oh, there goes all my tax return. I worked, then went to my friend's house, well, to his family and all that. They had some Thanksgiving stuff left over, so got to hang out, watch some football. Good time had by all. Hey, anime. How you guys doing today? Alright, well, we're going to do a little bit of a pre-stream. Got a couple minutes for people to show up. Pre-stream. Let's get to it. Obviously, DSP being DSP. Oh, pre-stream. Two things of Black Ops in Ops, wrong order. Part 2, then Part 1. Then, oh, hey, and then you get the talking. Okay. Oh, then you get over to Demon Souls. Yay, for the next day. Part 14, part 15. Oh, we actually got that in order. But then it goes to the pre-stream. The pre-stream should come first before you do the stream, dude. God, what a professional, right? Anyways.
Alright, good morning, everybody. Hello.
Now watch this, so this is going to
everybody
be fresh
doing?
watching me as well as you guys.
Well, for those
How you
of
doing,
you in the
Crusader?
United States like myself, happy Thanksgiving. Today is November 26, 2020, Thanksgiving Day 2020, everybody.
Begathon
For those
2020.
of you who are not in the United States, it's just a normal day. It's just a day when you wake up and the sun is again in the sky and you go about your daily business. But for those of us in the United States, today's a day when we basically gorge
Because
ourselves
YouTube sucks,
on
asshole.
insanely unhealthy home-cooked meals, as basically as much food as possible that can be put inside of our bodies without physically damaging our stomach lining. Even though some people do damage their stomach lining. You know, tryptophan is off the charts. People
That
going
is a
absolutely
myth.
crazy.
There's not enough tryptophan to really
regard
affect you unless you eat like
for
80
their own
pounds.
well-being. It's just reckless abandon today when it comes to food. Now, normally, today would be a day
That you
when
try
people
and
would
beg for
actually
money.
gather with their friends and family.
But you have none.
But this year's a little different. Many public
have no friends or
figures,
family.
government officials, as well as scientists and doctors, urging everyone in the United States not to do that because of the coronavirus. If you decided to not do that today as a way of saying, hey, I care about you, I care about my fellow family members, I care about myself, I care about my fellow man, I don't want this virus to spread, I will personally say to you, thank you
His
very,
roommate
very
and
much
her cat.
for
Not
doing
even
that.
his cat. It's her cat. We all
I'm
know
not in a
that.
situation where that would have been an issue because I live in Washington State and my rest of my family, you know, my parents live in Connecticut. But I even was talking with my
And you have
parents
no
yesterday.
friends?
And I said to them on the
No
phone,
friends.
I said, I hope
Womp
you guys
womp.
understand that even if I was still in Connecticut, I would not be coming over for Thanksgiving. And my parents said, no, listen, you know, we are some of the most susceptible people to the coronavirus. We
They
both
said
have pre-existing
nothing.
conditions, and we're very happy we would not have had you over. In fact, my cousin, who lives in Connecticut, but basically every once in a while he'll visit my parents, went by with his family to visit my parents unexpected without even telling them. And they were like, no, you can't come in the house. We might, you know, get sick. You can't do that.
Bullshit.
So instead they had an outdoor meeting where they basically for like a half an hour were outside and we're talking with each other, getting caught up on everything. But that's the point is,
Sounds
you know,
like
got to be careful.
bogus.
All right? You got to be careful. So I certainly hope that none of you out there watching my stream right now are gathering. If you are, I don't know what to say, but, you know, the damage is already done. There's not much that can be done at this point. But I hope that I wish you all that you are all safe. I hope that you are all stay healthy. All right? And I hope that you'll all continue to do what's necessary to stay that way. Okay? That being said, today I am streaming only one gameplay stream because it is a national holiday in the United States. And I have decided to
Cry and beg for money.
do kind of a special. All right? It's kind of a half and half special. First of all, I didn't want to do anything that was an ongoing narrative playthrough today. I know that many people who normally would tune into my streams will not be here today because it's Thanksgiving. They're busy, right?
Unlike you,
watching a gameplay
because you have no
stream
friends or family to
you're
visit.
cooking a 47-pound turkey, and you're stuffing it. You're taking giant handfuls of breading and shoving them inside of the turkey. Maybe you're making one of those turduckins where you're wrapping a duck in bacon and pouring grease over it, and you slide it inside of the turkey. You stuff the duck in the turkey, right? So whatever it is you may be doing, you're probably a little busy today,
over-explain
and
a
you won't be able to
turducken.
be here for my whole stream. So I decided I'd do something different today, rather than be focused on, you know, oh my god, an ongoing playthrough, and now someone will be disappointed because they couldn't be here for the stream. Instead, it's going to be
no one cares.
me. It's going to be me talking, which I know you guys love. You guys just love me here flapping my gums, right? My lips go flapping in the breeze. So I'll be talking today. Special vlog segment. As you'll see here, I got the camera ready. Hello, everyone. Me in all my glory. As you can see, I'm just very, very
camera's been
decked
on the
out
whole
and ready for
time.
this. I'm so handsome. I look like shit. In fact, recently I had breakouts and stuff of fucking pimples and shit. I look disgusting today. But it is what it is.
Well, then, take a
Gotta
shower.
make best with what you got. So, today...
Take a fucking shower, jackass.
Where I'm going to be talking about a few things. Number one,
and demonetized.
how things have been going for me personally this year, behind the scenes, which you guys may not be aware of because I don't really talk about it that much.
Bank.
Mostly because when I do, people use it against me.
Oh shit, that video should have just gone live.
Professionally, how the streams have been going this year, right? I want to talk about changes to the streams, improvements, things that have gone well, things that have not gone so well.
I won't refresh
and just let you know what my plans are for the future. Okay?
To beg and crap for more money?
What I'm thankful for. Because it's Thanksgiving, and today is a day when we all should be reminiscing on what good things have happened to us, despite the fact that this year may not have been the best year for most of us. I want to tell you what I'm most thankful for this year. Okay? And then, once all that's done, which should probably take about 7 or 8 hours, then we're going to switch over to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I'm going to be playing on the new Nuketown 84 map.
7 to 8 hours?
I played this for about an hour last night, and it's pretty chaotically fun. As always with the Nuketown map, it's so small that it ends up just being insane chaos. And I'm actually using a new weapon now. I swapped out the MP5 for a new weapon that I unlocked last night.
He showers on the night before his day off, so if his day's off usually on Tuesday, he showers on Monday night.
I like it a lot, but I want to keep unlocking.
That's according to him. That's not me making fun of him for being a
So that's going to be this.
That's
basically the second half of this stream. Okay.
Gross.
Ugh. So it makes sense. Why not just do some random multiplayer that's not super important on a day like Thanksgiving instead of continuing on a narrative playthrough where people will be angry or upset that they missed out, okay? In addition, prepare for Thanksgiving Day Rage because last night I used my new DualSense controller playing Call of Duty, and the thumbstick just kept going off by itself again and again and
because
again. And I know I'm not
panicking it.
As I said, I played Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War on the PlayStation 4 Pro the day that it was released before my PS5 arrived, and I didn't get one erroneous click of the thumbstick.
Erroneous?
It's definitely either the game itself on PS5 or the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller is just overly sensitive. So there's really no fix for it.
Because you keep hitting it when you panic.
Used to it. I really like Black Ops Cold War, and I want to keep playing it.
It never happens when he's just walking around, going through buildings, finding weapons. As soon as he starts getting shot at, he panics, grips the controller like a man beast that he is, and just, grip the controller as tight as possible. Hits the R3 button.
And get better at it. So I'm just going to have to adjust. I don't know how, because how do you relearn how to use a gamepad when you've been playing a certain way for 20 years, right? Dual thumbsticks have been out since PlayStation 2, and now I'm supposed to relearn how to play, I guess, because the game's too fucking sensitive, right?
That's coming from him. Mr. Sensitive. That thin-ass skin of his.
But I guess that's life, all right? Okay. Now,
can I imagine how bad that couch smells?
But before we get to any of that...
Can you imagine someone doesn't shower but once a week? Their own words. They shower once a week. They spend 6 days a week sitting on a love seat. Unbathed. Unwashed. The one day they don't sit on the couch is the day after they finally took a shower. They finally got clean. Because they're going out in public and all that. So by the time he goes back, well, now it's been over 24 hours. It's been close to 48 hours since he last took a shower. Plops his sweaty ass down onto the couch again. All that sweat and human body odor just soaking into that love seat. He says he put it into the Nook or whatever, but you know what? Can you imagine the smell coming off of that? There may not be enough Febreze in the world to get rid of that smell. Ugh, gross.
Let's very briefly go through the schedule for the rest of the week so you guys know what to expect, because this weekend is going to be a huge variety of gameplay. You know it, Mitch. As I continue to tackle all of the new releases that came out alongside the launch of the alongside the launch of the PlayStation 5. That's actually a mouthful. Alongside the launch. All right, so today it's a Thanksgiving special. I've already outlined what that's going to be. There will not be a second stream tonight,
begging
folks,
for money. We know that.
because I'm going to be celebrating with my family. We're going to be
You
having
ain't got
a
no
delicious
family.
Thanksgiving dinner, including a stuffed turkey breast, multiple sides like sweet potato casserole, cornbread stuffing, 4 cheese mac and cheese,
QVC It
some
was
rolls,
a QVC dinner that his mom sent him.
and even
Oh,
a
do I have a
pumpkin
picture of
pie for
that?
dessert, some cranberry sauce. Oh, dude, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Cranberry sauce straight from
All
the
right,
can,
and
like it
then,
still holds the
after
shape of
that,
the can.
I'm not gonna be able to move. I'm gonna be like a lump. So there's no way I'd even be able to get into the office to stream a second stream. All right, so I'm gonna be just relaxing with my family tonight. Okay, but what I actually will be doing is decorating the office, because starting tomorrow is officially the beginning of the Christmas season. Even though stores wanted you to think it was Christmas in October, tomorrow is officially the start of the Christmas season, and that means things are gonna get festive around here, boys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boy, we gonna have a good old down-home Southern Christmas this year. We gonna be eating lots of chicken. All right, no, Colonel Sanders is not coming back for Christmas.
This is what his mom sent him.
However, there will be decorations in the office behind me. Christmas decorations.
Can you imagine needing
I bought a bunch
5 payments
of
of
stuff
$13.20
for the
to pay
office
for
this
this?
year.
Really?
You guys should really like it once I add it all overnight. Tomorrow, those will be there. Plus, starting tomorrow, some Christmas-themed animations will be added to the stream. All right, so you're gonna have 2 different things added: new Christmas animations as well as
And that's right. Hey,
decoration
LSP.
in the background.
And that's right. They served it
Okay?
on
Good stuff.
paper
Tomorrow,
plates.
it will be a full day of gameplay streaming. The first gameplay stream will be Demon Souls, which I know you guys can't wait for, right? Every time I take a few days away from Demon Souls, you guys are freaking out. You're like ripping your shirts off. You're tearing your hair out of your head. Like, I want souls. Demon Souls. I want to see them die. Demon Souls. Well, I'm playing it tomorrow, okay? Major stream tomorrow of Demon Souls. Then tomorrow night,
One mature adult to eat
Bug
his Thanksgiving
Snacks.
dinner on
independent
paper plates.
on how it goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll beat Bug Snacks tomorrow.
'Cause I guess
I'm not
washing his
sure because
dishes
I don't
would be
know how
too much
is
work.
left. We do have 2 new
Holla,
areas I still need to
holla.
investigate. I'm currently in the middle of a desert, and then after
For
that,
the dollar.
And I believe that's how you get all the
Jay
villagers
Brazzo.
back to the town, and then you continue on from there. So that's tomorrow night. Okay.
How's a
Then
delicious
on Saturday,
chunky
a
oily
major
piece of
stream
pork
of
today?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I'm not sure how he is today, but on Thanksgiving, crying and begging. Like always. Like, come on, man. Even I use a real plate. I live alone. Paper plates are a waste. Paper plates are a waste. You buy them, you use them, you throw them away. Or you buy a regular plate, you use it, you wash it off. It's still there. You can still use it tomorrow. And the next day. And the day. And know what you can do the day after that? Use it again. Paper plates. Paper plates are great for if you're going to have we're going to do a picnic outside. We're going to have a large gathering. It's going to be 30, 40 people. Alright, you buy a single pack of paper plates. Plop it down on the table that you brought for outside, whatever. Okay, great. Situation like this, where it's literally just you and my wife. Why paper plates? It's literally 2 people eating. I wouldn't be surprised some of his wheelchairs probably aren't strong enough. But that's technically a Hulk Hogan reference. Chris Falco, I've heard of people doing that before. But well, use the plate, like you had cranberry sauce or whatever, and then you wipe it off real quick, and then you throw your pumpkin pie on it because you didn't want the little film of cranberry sauce still left on the plate to get on your pumpkin pie, maybe, but well, if he shot the Dollar General instead of Fred Meyer, well, no, because his wife would get a discount. I mean, you'd think you get a discount. Oh, there you go. Jacob has a great bringing up, like, why did you use paper plates for something like this instead of regular plates? Whatever's during a drought. Well, I'm not rushing the dishwasher for that much. We're in the middle of a drought. See, there's a great example for why, again, I provided you go to a picnic and I have 30, 40 people, I'll just buy a package of paper plates. Great. Your country's in a drought, so you use paper plates instead of regular plates. DSP? Ugh, cat, do you want to do the dishes? No, well, I'm not doing them. Fuck it. What are these paper plates? Ack. God, that was terrible. That was terrible. I'm so sorry for that. But him and his wife were just, let's use paper plates instead of regular plates. Well, it makes you wonder. They use this for Thanksgiving, paper plates. Regular meals, you know they gotta be using just paper plates for regular meals. If they were refusing to use real plates for Thanksgiving. I'm broke, I'm totally broke. By the way, I'm buying paper plates all the time. Every week I gotta buy more paper plates. He didn't fix it. He paid someone to fix it while being broke. Jefferson Exotic. He'd probably still have his phone. Be outside of Starbucks. Ack. Guys, they won't let me inside of Starbucks to live stream. Besides, they got music playing in the background to get hit with copyright, dude. So just send me $10 right now so I'll be able to get myself a nice hot coffee. I'm so cold out here, guys. God, like, again, this is supposed to be a mature adult. I don't think I own paper plates. I don't need to. I have a couple plates. I live alone, so use a plate, wash a plate. Use a pan, wash a pan. Like my one friend, he just lets that shit pile up to like, oh hey, I'm out of forks. I guess I should do the dishes. Well, I'm like, literally, use a pan to cook this. Put whatever I just cooked onto the plate. Use a fork and knife. All right, well, wash the pan, wash the plate, wash the fork and knife. Done. Takes not even 5 minutes to get it all done, and it's like, hey, I have a clean sink. I don't have dishes sitting in the sink. Everything's nice and clean and done already. Oh, there you go. But then again, dude, a library, really? That has books. We don't know how much he hates reading. There's not money attached to it. He's not going to read it. All right, back to him.
I played this last weekend and surprisingly enjoyed myself a lot. I thought it wouldn't be as enjoyable as it was, but I actually am getting back into it, into the swing of the combat and everything, and I thought it was a pretty good session. So I'm excited for more
reading
Spider-Man.
Guys for Demon's Souls, absolutely ruining
Saturday night,
the stream.
Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon shall continue. And this is good because we just finished a major story segment, and I believe we're going to be heading into a new chapter, and we'll see what else happens. So that's exciting. Then on Sunday,
but it's skipping on the side stuff, so he's going to be boned in
on the
later
main gameplay stream. And if we didn't finish Bug Snacks on Friday night, then it'll be the conclusion of Bug Snacks on Sunday night, which is good because that'll be another major playthrough wrapped up. If we already beat Bug Snacks on Friday night, then I'm going to do some more Black Ops Cold War multiplayer on Sunday night, okay? And then on Monday, more Demon's Souls, and then Monday night stream is
I love that he got rid of the death counter, because I got to keep manually entering it, dude.
It could
There's a way to make it that you just,
7.
they never go,
It could be whatever.
Q,
right?
Q, every time you get killed.
It could be whatever. I don't know. I'm leaving it open purposely.
I said it to Q because no one ever uses the Q.
So, that being said, hopefully this sounds good to you. Hopefully this sounds like a good
He wasn't paid to play it, but it was a free PlayStation Plus game, so
and
every penny he makes off of it is to keep.
All right, if not, well, I apologize profusely for disappointing you. I know that as a content creator, as a streamer, and as a human, sometimes I come up a little short, and you can't please everyone all of the time. Sometimes you can please all the people some of the time, some of the people all the time, but you can't please everyone. I know there's people out there that are asking me, you know, why the hell aren't I playing
a real game?
Among Us, right? Where's Barbie Horse Adventures? Where the hell? Why aren't I playing Street Fighter V, right? People say this shit all the time. There's not much I can do about that. I'm already playing 6 games right now. Once I beat Bug Snacks, it'll at least be down to 5. That is correct, right? It'll be Demon's Souls, Call of Duty, Miles Morales. Oh, wait, it might be down to 4. Well, hold on a second here. I can't even count anymore. I'm playing so many games I can't even remember.
His brain is so fried from gin, he can't even count anymore, guys.
Demon Souls. Bugsnax will be done, so we're not going to count that. Demon Souls, Spider-Man. Oh, Yakuza. So it is 5 games. I'll still be playing 5 games. Holy shit.
No one asked you to play 5 games.
You see what I'm saying? It's a tough time of the year. It's a great time of the year, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm having so much fun.
No one asked you to play 5 games, dude.
Since the release of Yakuza 7 and Assassin's Creed, and then, of course, the PS5 showing up, they've been amazing. They've been outstanding. They've been some of the best weeks of content creation and streaming I've done in a long time.
And money. Don't forget the money.
A ton of fun. The one thing that I can say, which I hope you guys agree with me, all right, all the games I'm playing are good. Like, unlike some years where you get...
Yeah, but Barbie's not a waifu, dude. Should be okay with
but, like,
his
half
wife.
of them are duds. This year, like, everything is good. Like, I'll be honest, I was kind of skimping out on playing Assassin's Creed and Spider-Man for a bit. And then I started playing them, and I was like, wow, these games are actually good. Like, I actually was sad that I hadn't kept playing them. So, I'm having a good time with every game I'm playing.
No, you're not.
And I hope that you guys like that. And also, I hope you appreciate that.
Getting money
variety. You know, it's tough. It's not easy playing 6 games at a time and jumping between them and trying to stay on top of my game and not sucking horrible ass, you know, every time I play a game. It's tough when you got that much you're switching between. And I know there's people who are disappointed, like, why hasn't he completely beaten Demon Souls already? It's been out for 2 weeks, you know. It is what it is.
Because you drag everything out forever.
Games, and I hope that you guys like this content I'm putting out, okay?
What was it? He was bitching like, they said the campaign for Modern Warfare was only like 5 hours, dude. I'm already 6 hours in, I still haven't beaten it. Then you watch his gameplay and it's literally 10 minutes of him staring at his phone, checking on a tip, 5 minutes of him snorting, him going on a 45-minute bathroom break. Like, gee, I wonder why you can't beat a 6-hour game in 6 hours. Because, oh, that should be one of his live streams, right? Just 1 day live stream. 3-day live streams later, how come I still haven't beaten it? Snort. By the way, guys, I'm going on another 45-minute break. Ack. That's why. When I live streamed Fire Emblem 3 Houses for 16 hours, I took 2 pee breaks for a combined under 5 minutes. He does his regular 6-hour streaming day, and he takes 2 breaks. One of them for 45 minutes. He takes a longer break during a 6-hour live stream than I do when I work 8 hours at work. Oh, because the holidays where I'm working overtime? Well, guess what? I don't get an extra break. This is more time to work. Make more money. Holla holla.
Okay.
That's why you can't beat shit in time.
Fair enough. Alright. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I'm only doing 1 stream today. This is it. The stream right now I'm doing, this is it. This is my stream for today. No late stream. So, if you like the content, if you like the fact I'm still here on Thanksgiving, I could have easily taken the whole day off. But if you like this and you want to,
if he wanted to play Among Us with his fans, be like, all right, guys, $10 to play with me.
You can cheer with bits. You can subscribe to the channel.
So all I need is one fan to pay $10, and bam, he doubled his money.
Today, I'm treating this stream as if it's just a normal stream.
I mean, you're not wrong there, Woot. Of course, it's 45-minute break for WWE champions
or whatever. It's going to be the same as usual. If we raise $50 in tips, I'll put on the Gunner glasses. For $100, I'll put on a vest. All right, and all the vests are eligible except for beige. Is that what we wore? Yeah, yesterday I wore beige on the early stream. So every vest but the beige. Okay.
Hard to remember what you did yesterday, isn't it?
It's all there. All right. Now, contributions are optional. They are not mandatory. I appreciate all contributions that come in. One of the major things I'm super thankful for this year is that you guys were so supportive of my streams this year. You certainly did not have to be.
So declare bankruptcy, though.
It's been an outstanding year for the streams. I appreciate that very much. So in advance, thank you to anyone who considers cheering, subbing, or tipping to help out today. I really appreciate that. Tomorrow, like I said, we'll be back to normally scheduled gameplay and streams. All right. I really don't have much else to say. I think we should just kind of jump into shout-outs.
Always will
get stuff going here. All right, so let's do it.
God, what's that sack of shit?
Let's see here.
Guys. Give me all your money.
All right, so overnight we had a few cheers that came in, and I'd like to give those people shout-outs. All right, we start off with Fantasy Star PG, who said, Happy Thanksgiving, DSP. I hope you and your family enjoy the day and meal, and thanks for putting up with my long comments almost hitting the 500 character limit, but I love gaming and I can have long discussions like an ESPN commentator. Wow.
Right
that
into
was
the
really weird
microphone.
that he put
Thank
in a
you,
giant
buddy.
belch in the middle of his cheer, but thank you for that. And he says, again, happy Thanksgiving, and I'm watching from the YouTube side. Yes, and I am well aware, by the way, I should say this. Shout out to all those on YouTube who are still watching my content. I realize that my content on YouTube is
trash.
just like
it's trash
archive.
on Twitch.
I'm not making any content exclusively for YouTube. You guys know that. But I appreciate those who don't have time to come to the streams.
But you should be.
And watch my videos on YouTube. Does it help me out as much as it used to? Absolutely not. Almost, you know,
it's only $1,000 a month.
And the ad revenue
under
now,
oath
how it used to be
to the judge.
low.
$1,000 a month of
people
YouTube.
check out my stuff. And
I don't make that in a
shout
year.
out to those who this year swung by the streams and contributed, even though they didn't have to, because they said, "Hey, I watched
Holla,
all
holla
your
for the
stuff on
dollar,
YouTube,
Paul J.
You know, I like watching on demand.
Razzle.
Can't watch the
With the
streams,
razzle
but hey,
dazzle.
I want to contribute anyway. So here you go. I really appreciate that. I understand that not having that interactive aspect may be a detriment, and maybe you feel like it's not as good. But I appreciate those who still came to support the content.
Put your hand in front of it or turn your head away.
Thank you. All right. Tantamounter did an overnight cheer of 1,000 bits. That is a large overnight cheer. Thank you very much, Tantamounter. I appreciate that very much. Okay.
But I don't get that until next month, so it doesn't do me any good,
several
dude.
overnight cheers. I'm sure that none of these will have anything to do with food. Anyway, he cheered. The first one's a shout out to Almighty Derek, who did cheers overnight and asked, "Oh my God, I'm not reading that because it's absolutely disgusting. You're on thin ice, Almighty Derek. One more message like that and you're gone permanently." Now, I didn't make any of that up. I'm just reading Golden Colt's message. So obviously he's trying to emulate things that happen on the stream every single day. Thank you very much, Golden Colts. Then he cheered again and said, "I'm having smoked Virginia ham for Thanksgiving. I always eat turkey, and I'm not going to put away a whole turkey anyway because I'm not having a big get-together. Do you like Virginia ham?" I don't actually know what Virginia ham is. I traditionally would have
Virginia?
ham for around Christmas when
Let's
I was
Google
with
that.
my parents. My mom would usually make a ham roast, and we would cut it up and have it with cinnamon and a glaze with cinnamon or brown sugar or both, and then some pineapples. Which is
Country
really good
ham,
with ham.
traditional Virginia ham.
But I don't know
cured
what
with
a
salt,
Virginia
and the genuine
ham
Smithfield
is.
hams is a
Like, I
country
don't know what
ham.
the difference is.
The longer
So
cured
I
time
doubt I've ever had
has
a
more
Virginia
robust
ham.
taste.
But ham itself is
So apparently
really good,
it's
especially
cured
for Christmas,
longer
I
for
like it.
more
Not for Thanksgiving.
robust
Thanksgiving, my
taste.
parents always wanted turkey. Then
Why would
Golden
he, John
again
Doe?
and said, "I'm having some Yellowtail Shiraz red wine for my blood of Christ. What will you be imbibing for the holiday today?" Nothing special. Cherry juice. I have nothing special. Oh, wait a minute. We do have, now I'm thinking about it.
Wait a minute.
We do have some apple cider that we didn't put in the fridge yet. Maybe I could put some apple cider in the fridge, or maybe I have some apple cider over ice with dinner instead of cherry juice today. Maybe I will do that. That sounds good, actually. Some apple cider instead of cherry juice. There you go. All right, then he cheered again. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheers. Elon Jusk cheered. He says, "A very chill DSP created a meme. Very good. Right joystick brother." That's right. The new right joystick meme. Remember, it's the
Not the
Salvanio
memes.
thumb. Here, hold on. The new meme. This is the new meme. We invented this last night. My big, thick Salvanio thumb.
There's no such thing as Salvanio thumb. That is not a thing that exists. Second of all, I don't know. I mean, then again, with the camera angle and all that, I mean, can you really tell, like, if his thumb is bigger or smaller than a regular thumb?
Creating the faulty right joystick. That's the new meme. I don't know how we're going to implement this into the streams, but people came up with this last night.
So this looks like a regular thumb to me, but you never
I
know.
told you, I'm breaking out. Oh my God, I look like shit.
You don't need
I
to
can't look at
infuse apple
myself
cider with
anymore.
gin.
I
You just
gotta
leave it
take
out
care
long
of
enough it
myself.
ferments on its own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continuing on.
Oh.
Tarantula M.
Childhood story time. Whatever enchanting music. Back in the day, oh no, you're too young to drink. Buy a fuck ton of apple cider. You hide it in the shed for about a week or two. Ferments on its own. Get drunk as shit off of it. Like what? No, we're only 16. We can't buy beer. But you can buy apple cider. Hide in the shed for a couple weeks and then bam, ferments. Probably wasn't the brightest thing to do, but when you're 16, you're not that smart. Alright, back to this today.
S 2018 to be $4.20. First of the day. It says Happy Thanksgiving, Phil. Thank you very much, Tarantula. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Oh, he rubs his bald spot. Obviously, his eyes dart around. He shakes his head no.
For the day. Appreciate that.
Like, his body is
Thank
screaming,
you.
this is a lie, as he shakes his head no.
There we go. Elon Jusk cheered, and this is actually officially the first cheer of the stream. He said, my high school crush had cute feet. Did yours? You're a disgusting individual. Absolutely revolting person. Thank you for the cheer, Elon. Okay. Angela Bestia. Timmy, $4.20. And says, the democratically elected president-elect Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. and First Lady-elected Dr. Jill Biden would like you to stay home and stay safe this Thanksgiving. Doobies up in the name of dead turkeys everywhere. All right.
Dead turkeys.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Technical.
Yeah, I don't get how feet
me
became a thing.
$11.99. I don't know. How did it come short by a penny there? I don't know. But I think I'm actually going to round up for the first time ever. I'm serious. I never round up. But today's Thanksgiving, so I'll round up. And I'll say...
I understand, like, oh, boobs, booty, face, whatever, stuff like that, but feet? We get the really weirdos with the armpit fetish? Like, although, it's like, one was like, well, think about it. If they don't shave their armpits, they're probably not shaving anywhere else. And of course, armpits are right next to what? The boobs. I'm a total boobs guy. I'm all about the boobies. What about those things all the way across the lake? Terrible, but with feet? Yeah. I don't like feet. I don't even like touching my own feet to clip my nails and all that. Gross.
$12. How about that? There you go. Mostly because I like having a nice round number of $20 for the total tips.
You motorboat those things all the way across the lake.
Thank you very much, Technical, for the tip. And Technical says, happy Thanksgiving, Phil. I'm thankful I'm one of the greatest streamers ever. There's a lot other streamers who I watch, but none of them really interact as much as you with their fans.
Yeah,
this is why you're the GOAT and always will be. Much love.
Apple tea, lemon
Thank you, Technical.
drop.
And the thing is, you got to remember something.
Red Bull.
I've only been doing full-time streaming since April. I think it was April of 2017. So roughly 3.5 years. And when I first started doing live streaming like this full-time, I said, well, what do I got to do to change up
likes big butts and
to
he
be
cannot
a
lie.
full-time streamer? Because right now I'm a full-time YouTuber and I don't really understand. And everyone was like, it's all about the interaction.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the interaction. The difference between live streaming and a YouTube video is that you have a live audience that you can talk with, you can have fun discussions with, you can see their live reactions, you can joke with them live. That's what it's all about. It's not about just putting out the content. In fact, a lot of streamers focus more on just having a interactive cultural experience with their viewers than worrying about what they're actually playing on the stream. And that was a mind-blowing change for me. Because I was someone who, since 2008, had made videos exclusively for an on-demand audience, and I didn't really get that aspect of it. And when I started changing my content to be interactive, my mind was blown, my eyes were opened, my socks flew off my feet.
Find it.
My pants were ripped off and thrown out the window. That was really disturbing. But, like, seriously, doing it this way, talking with you guys, hanging out, it feels like a fun, casual discussion, and we get to enjoy games. Don't get me wrong. We enjoy games. We just full playthroughs, right? I'm covering 6 games right now, and we have a lot of fun with games, but I love that we can talk and hang out and have a good time together and have it be a more personal experience.
And you guys give me more money.
Meaningful experience for those who can be here live. It's just so different and honestly a humongous positive thing for me. Every day now, I'm serious about this. I am happy to come to stream and hang out with you guys. I feel
not
like
the waifu.
Just chill.
Not the waifu.
To hang out rather than today I gotta put out a
amused.
playthrough and I gotta get so far in a game and I gotta pump that video out for a very fickle YouTube audience. Because I'll be honest, when I was just
with History Channel you get aliens. With DSP you get pig roaches.
You're not playing the latest, hottest AAA.
Yeah, for me it's Monster
Hunter
Energy over Red Bull any day.
The rage-inducing.
But not with vodka though.
It was very different.
I don't want to ruin my monster with vodka.
I'm very appreciative, and we're talking about this when I talk about things that I'm appreciative for and thankful for this year. But I'm appreciative that I have an audience that I can play a variety of games, and I can play.
I've never noticed the bad aftertaste of Monster,
along with a
except
fast-paced
for
action game, along with a rage-inducing From Software game.
I think it's called
first-person
Rose.
shooter, a fighting game,
I tried
a
it
puzzle
once,
game,
to be like,
a third-person shooter, an
no.
adventure game. I can play all these games, and it doesn't matter what I'm playing. We still have a good time because we have interactivity on those streams. It's very different than it used to be for me, and I love that. Okay. So thank you very much, Technical, for the support. That was a very nice sentiment that you said there. Golden Nobles did a 95-bit
With
cheer,
money
and that
attached.
is the
Don't
biggest
forget the
cheer
money
so far
attached
today. So
part.
let's get that up on the leaderboard. Hold on, here we go. Very good. And Golden Noble says the following. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope it's a good one for you. I'm most thankful for you. Well, that's very disturbing. I don't know why you'd be so thankful for me. Thank you very much, Golden Nobles. Knight in the DSP Army cheers. Says we have health officials that don't give a shit about the virus. All right, I've had enough. I'm not going to read that conspiracy theory, but thank you for the cheer.
Holla holla for the dollar Paul J.
Razzle
Jr. with the razzle dazzle.
Do that. Well, there you go.
Phil, welcome to
We're
the
not going to get
bedroom.
political here.
Getting
It's
a heart
Thanksgiving,
snore
for God's sakes. Can we
while
not be
looking at
political
his
here
pony
today?
wife, Princess Cat, aka Twilight
Golden
Sparkle.
Nobles cheers. Said I'm thankful for
As
the
he
awesome
oh
community.
God!
Can we get an Instagram pic of your Thanksgiving spread? Absolutely not. Actually, we'll see. I don't know. Pissing Demon, resubscribe for 9 months. 36 months total. Says you look great. Don't be hard on yourself. Is cat basting the turkey? First of all, I look disgusting. I'm a very hideous human. But as for the turkey, no, we're not doing a traditional turkey.
I actually worked on Thanksgiving, unlike him.
God, what's going on?
Stop burping to the microphone, you sick
We're doing
pig.
a stuffed turkey roulade, which means that basically there's turkey that's kind of rolled up and stuffed with cranberries, apples, almonds, and traditional stuffing.
It is literally this.
Stuffing breading.
You're not doing anything.
You cook that in
Your
the oven.
mom sent
It's
you
like
this.
a roast, and then you cut it up into these really delicious morsels.
Your mom
Absolutely
sent you this
deliciousness.
because you're too much of a child to make your own food.
Okay. Thank you, Pissing Demon, for the resub. Ninstar Rune cheers. Have you figured it out? You do have a green screen. You just made the old background from before to trick us. Well, here's the thing. And see, people have they're starting to come to realization about this, okay? I don't actually have a PlayStation 5. What I've been doing, you guys have asked me to do a green screen all year. I bought a green screen.
You already have one in your garage, asshole.
I'm screening in other people's footage of PlayStation 5 gameplay. And this isn't really here. This is all green screen behind me here, see? See how I can reach all the way back and I'm not actually touching the bot? It doesn't exist. It's all green screen. None of the...
He said he was going to get a small table to display his PlayStation stuff. Those are totes. Probably from the Nook. But yeah, guys, I'm a professional. I'm going to use a table to help display my stuff, guys. Uses totes.
This exists. I haven't actually played a legitimate piece of gameplay in over 2 weeks. It's all been green screen. I'm stealing other people's gameplay and superimposing it on my streams. You finally found me out. It's very ingenious. You guys finally figured it out. Good stuff. Big Old Bean 13 tipped me $10.
Holiday pay, holla holla.
I'm thankful for Phil's chill streams. Hope you have a nice Thanksgiving. Thank you very much to the Big Old Bean. I appreciate that. Thank you, Big Old Bean.
The biggest of beans.
Here we go. Okay, cool. SPB Original also tipped me $5. And hope you have a nice, safe Thanksgiving, Lord Darkside. Thank you very much, SPB. Appreciate that. $35 tips. Yup, called it. Did a 100-bit cheer and said, yup, called it. All right, well, yup, called it. I don't know what he called, but he called it, and he's the top cheer of the day. Maybe he called it he would be top cheer of the day. Thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Yup, called it. Super Blind Man, what's going on, sir? He did 100-bit cheers. It's difficult to type so much turkey. No, seriously, hi, DSP. Have you eaten the turkey already? Like, Super Blind Man, I forget where you are located in the United States, but isn't it a little early for dinner? Even if you're on the East Coast, it's only 2:21. You ate turkey already?
With his family.
Did you have
unlike
turkey
you,
for
because you
breakfast,
had no
turkey
family
pancakes?
or friends.
Oh, man, wake up. Nice fresh smell of a turkey
You're not wrong,
pancake.
Machinin.
Yummy, yummy. Hey, we won't be eating until our usual time, which is after my stream ends. So, anyway,
Making
good
your
to see
wife
you, Super
sit
Blind
there
Man.
forever
Happy Turkey
waiting
Day
to
to you as
eat.
well. Thank you very much for the cheer. Spawn Killer tipped me $1.
Starving to death.
Thanksgiving. I'm having a filet mignon and chicken bruschetta. Well, first of all, those things are absolutely delicious. However, those are not traditional Thanksgiving meals or food or fare or whatever you want to say. But I still wish you the best. Elon just cheered. He says, have you thought about doing another debunk stream? No. Angelo Bestia.
But he's about to do it. He's about to do it from my
says, can we see
understanding.
Jasper today? It's the dark side will of the people. Well, Angelo Bestia, here's the thing. As you know, Jasper is available to come into streams, night streams, when my wife is at work. Why not during daytime streams? Because my house is an echo chamber. If I were to open my door to let Jasper come into the office, number one, every word that I spoke would be echoed throughout the house like a cave. It would sound like I'm on the top of a hill yelling, Ricola, Ricola. And it sucks. You don't want to hear me gabbing all day. I don't want to hear myself gabbing all day. You guys
As he gabs all day.
Can you imagine if you were in the same house as me? It would be obnoxious, unbearable. You'd want to go outside. You'd rip your hair out of your head. So I don't want to torture my wife and my cat. I don't want to torture them. Have to hear me gabbing all day. That's terrible. Now, in addition to that,
beg.
if I were to open the door like Jasper in and then close the door, he'd go crazy. My cat is a cat that likes to do what he wants to do, and he has a very short attention
All
span.
cats.
Sure,
like
he'll
that.
come in here for 10 minutes and be excited, and then he'll get bored and immediately start chewing wires and trying to push the TV over and doing all kinds of nonsense.
Good,
then,
let him do it. That'd be hilarious.
You see? I like to let him come in when he wants. Now, here's the thing. On a night stream when my wife is at work, number one, having the door open is fine because there's no one in the house to have to hear me, yell at games all night. So it's a lot more fair and manageable.
And I like, yeah, no one wants to hear me talk forever. My wife doesn't want to hear me talk. But then he talks all day for his job, or quote-unquote job. No one wants to hear me talk as he talks for hours every single day.
In addition, with the door open, Jasper can come in and out whenever he wants. So if he gets bored, he can leave, and then I don't have to worry about him causing mischief. So he comes in on nights when my wife works. Incidentally, my wife will be working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend, and therefore those streams at night, Jasper will be able to join us. Fair enough? Okay. Thank you to the $15 tip. That pushed us over the $50 tips mark already, which is really great.
Gunner glasses
because,
time.
as I said, this is the only stream I'm doing today, so I appreciate the contributions already. Thank you, Angelo Bestia, for the $15 tip. And that is, and by the way, that's the biggest tip. I just realized that's the biggest tip of the day, so let me go ahead.
Make sure this one will be appropriate for stream. That's kind of pushing it. Come on, I gotta have a picture that I can...
There we go. That is the biggest tip of the day.
That one should be okay.
Oh my god, wow. My laptop is like, oh, brother. That is slow.
Hint, guys. Hint, the laptop is slow. Hint, guys. I said hint. Why aren't you listening to me? Hint. Give me all your money. The laptop is slow.
Anyway, Elon just gifted us up to York.
His chat's an echo chamber. His Twitter's an echo chamber. His head's an echo chamber because there's no brain in there.
Swollen Dingus did a cheer and then referenced detractor content.
No hint. I'm telling you. Give me money.
Is going to have to stay swole outside of my stream. Crazed Carnivore has recently...
They had to make sure, like, wait a minute, can I use this one? No, this one. No, this one.
For 11
yeah, this
years
one should be
now.
okay.
I've been the most stable... You've been the most stable aspect of my life. That's incredibly disturbing to hear. That I'm the most stable thing in your life. Holy shit. You know, it was funny yesterday. We're listening to the music on pre-stream, and the I Spawn, I Die song played.
I spawn,
and during that song,
I die.
One of the things that I say is all these fucking 10-year-olds, won't shut the fuck up when I'm playing Call of Duty. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck that, fuck you, right? That's how people used to talk.
Mature adult.
Turn on the voice chat. It was like the most ridiculous, vile, vulgar stuff being spewed. And it was all by children. Children had the game, which obviously they shouldn't. Okay?
Those darn children.
Look at the dates. Like,
how dare the children have fun playing a video game?
2010.
Shouldn't be allowed.
10 years ago. So I said, holy shit, those 10-year-olds are now like 21. And how much you want to bet? They still won't shut the fuck up.
You can't afford a new laptop, dude. They're thousands of dollars. Wait, no, they're not. And mind you, he doesn't need a gaming laptop. He needs one to be able to check chat.
Because I'm really sure that they've matured in the last 10 years.
Don't know about you, but if you can
but anyway, that's pretty
use a laptop to just check chat,
you can make those kind of
you don't need an expensive one. Fuck, you can get a Chromebook for like $200. Okay, let me go to Amazon real quick.
Alright, so thank you, Crazed Carnivore. FPG Duck Cheer, he says, don't you normally eat turkey for dinner? It's more the same today. Happy Thanksgiving, Phil. It depends. Like, some things, yes. So, for example, if we're going to eat something Mexican...
$269
like,
for a Chromebook.
Or a Mexican bake, we use turkey instead of ground beef.
Not even $300. And it's, it's Prime.
Turkey hot dogs,
so he doesn't have to pay for
burgers.
Bam! There you go. You spent $270 for
a much more healthy alternative to
freaking Chromebook. Because all he needs it for is
eat turkey a lot.
checking his chat.
Not as much.
But he can't afford $270, dude.
Burgers, turkey hot dogs in a long time. But yes. However, what we're gonna have today is gonna be much more delicious. So very nice. Thank you for the cheer. Rimlogger resubscribed for 2 months in a row. 28 total. He says, "Are you ever gonna do another episode of Project 7?"
No.
No! Sorry, I couldn't do the extreme close-up because I already have the camera set up for the vlog. Not doing Project 7 ever again. It's over. It's been over for a good, 8+ years. Maybe when something ended 8 years ago, you should get over it. In fact, I would say it was only this year when people stopped asking me to continue Friend Request Ridicule.
It ended 8 years ago, guys. You should just get over it. Except your fans paid for it and you never did it. And here's another thing. Oh, the last Harry Potter book came out however many years ago. People still love it. Lord of the Rings, those books came out decades ago. People still love them. People still want more. They want movies. They want TV shows. They want more, more, more. Just saying. When the first Call of Duty come out, people still love them. People still want to play them. Mortal Kombat's going strong for over 20 years. At this point, it might be 30 years. In fact, let's see. When did the first Mortal Kombat come out? 1992. Holy shit, so it's been 28 years. People still love it. Final Fantasy's been going on longer. It's like, when something is good and people enjoy it, they want more of it. Go to fanfiction.net and look up all the TV shows and movies and books that haven't been on the air, haven't been printed in decades. Plenty of people writing stories for them because they love it. They enjoy it. They want more of it. People enjoyed Project 7 because, well, usually Rambo and Howard and the work by respective pack, but people enjoyed it, so they wanted more. So it's 8 years ago. Just let it go. It's dead, guys. Wow, way to not be a fan of anything. Couldn't imagine that. Trash.
Although people still ask me for Cooking with the King. And that's been over for a good 8 years, too. Star Wars fan, hold on, let's try this again. Star Wars fan 0007 did a 120-bit cheer, which is...
You don't want the 3D nonsense,
yes, it
dude.
Is. And they said, I miss watching your streams. Wanted to say been watching. It says Red Faction. Happy Thanksgiving. Very nice. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Oh, definitely can't use that one. Oh, shit.
Star Wars fan. Now, when he says that...
she's gorgeous.
I wonder what he's talking about because I actually played 2 different Red Faction games. There's Red Faction Guerrilla, which was the original one I played like way back in 2009. That was my first Hateful Truth review ever. Then there's another Red Faction game that came out. That was the one that had like the monsters in the cave and shit.
Don't I have any more 2D lined up?
Because it wasn't very good. So I don't know which one, but anyway, thank you. That's a long time to watch. Thank you. Spawn Killer tipped me $1. So nobody in our family eats turkey, and actually the first Thanksgiving meal was seafood, not turkey. Seafood. What? They had fucking giant rock lobsters. They were like, snapping off those main crab legs and sucking the succulent meat out of the leg. Maybe that's some lobster rolls. Scallops. Handmade scallops.
You just sold your Game Boy Advance for $120, wow, dude. I got one of those. I still love it. They
just went to Red Lobster. Did you guys know this? The first Thanksgiving, the Pilgrims teamed up with the Native Americans. They just went to Red Lobster, and they really like the unlimited cheesy biscuits. That's what it was. Very nice.
Oh, yeah, people love playing on Avengers consoles like
the
Game Boy Advance. So I still got my Game Boy Colors. Actually, I got 2 of those. I got 2 Game Boy Colors, my Game Boy Advance.
So can you do a new episode of Friend Request Ridicule?
3DS, PS3.
No. Okay. Let's continue on. Let us continue on. Every time I lean in now, my chair creaks. You hear this? Can you guys hear this? I'm just curious. Do you hear this noise? Can you hear that or no?
The Wings meme. It's the Wings meme, guys. The creaky chair.
You hear it?
Boris the Blade.
That's my chair. Keep in mind, this chair used to be new. Like, it was like a new chair when I started sitting in this in October. Remember, it was like late September, early October. I got rid of my love seat and I started sitting in it.
All right, I know for anyone who doesn't watch football, no one's going to care about this. The Lions have just fired head coach Matt Patricia and general manager Bob Quinn of their duties. Holy shit. Lions are atrocious. They've always been atrocious. If they get 6 wins in a year, that's a good year for them. But for some reason, it's amazing how they just keep hiring bad coaches, bad general managers, bad everything. When they get players like Barry Sanders or Megatron, they still can't win anything. Mind you, it's the middle of the season. Like, they didn't wait till the end of the season. They said, nope, it's the middle of the season. Get rid of these guys. Damn. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program.
In this for my streams, and the chair's already falling apart. I mean, like, this chair is a piece of shit.
First of all, it's not falling apart just because it makes a noise. Guess what? My chair makes noises. It's not falling apart, although it is probably about 15 years old. But it's my chair, damn it. And it's not a piece of shit. Mind you, he had it sitting in the nook for however long. And he's not using it. Oh no, it makes a noise. That means it's a piece of shit. It's falling apart. Like, no. It's a chair. It moves. If it has moving parts, it's going to make a noise. Guess what? When I set my lazy boy, it will make a noise because it's moving.
I need to get a new chair. It's one of the major things I'm going to do early next year is look for a new chair because this one is not.
Also, number one thing on his list, a chair. Green screen? No. Camera? No. Better microphone? No. Better anything? No. Just a chair. Because his comfort means more than anything else. Laptop? No. I mean, yes, he obviously wants a laptop, but nah, he wants the chair first. Gaming computer? Nah, he wants the chair first. Like, dude, seriously. How about a new Elgato capture card that does 8K 90 frames per second? No. That's only for the fans. Fuck the fans. I want my chair.
Not gonna last forever. It's definitely getting worn out already. Just for me sitting in it daily, you know. All right. So anyway, thank you didn't start with this year. So now
it's been 16 years because I got it in 2004.
Let us do a shout out to those who have cheered so far this week. The week is still young. It's only Thursday, and I stream all the way through Monday. But thank you to those who've contributed via cheering this week. I greatly appreciate your contributions, and you help to keep the channel going. In 10th place, actually, take that back. It's a tie for 9th between JK Scotty and Westside Rascal. Thank the two of you. In 8th place, it is
they're
Captain
trash,
Caveman.
but they always
7th place, Golden Colts. 6th place, Timbo Slice. 5th place, Frog Detective.
Maybe get John
4th place,
Harbaugh
Tantrum
from
Mountain. 3rd place, Lies of Her Soul. 2nd place, Shadow the Hedgehog. And in 1st place with a ginormous 5,000-bit cheer last night, dropping like a bomb, it's Dino CFH. Thank you, Dino. Now, also, thank you to those who have contributed to the channel via gifted subs this week. Not too many so far.
I think it was banned for 7 days.
I'm grateful for your contributions. We've got Captain DCW and Westside Rascal, who each gifted a single sub. And then we've got Elon Jusk and Django Pops, who each gifted 2 subs each. So thank you guys for that. All right, so here's the deal. I am going to go piss. All right? I have to piss. So I'm going to piss in my toilet. I got to clarify there. It will be in the toilet.
You know what? You're annoying me, so we're going to do that. But first, commercial break. Let's see. Is it ready? Yes, it is. All right. Here we go, guys. The first commercial break.
Oh, with that aroma can do brighter day for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
Ha 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 ha. Oh no, the lovely lady's gonna be in the way of the pig roach. Yeah, I don't think anyone cares, though, do they? Wait a minute, I have an idea. That works. But you know what? You're right. We need to change up the picture. Let's see. Let's find someone new. Let's see. Scroll down enough. No. Ooh. That's going to get me in trouble. Oh, she would definitely get me in trouble. God, I miss coffee. But I had to give it up. I was destroying my taste buds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving 2020. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you all to my very special Thanksgiving vlog. For those who are watching live on stream, of course, welcome. I am going to have a lot to talk about on this video, so please understand if you do contribute live. I appreciate that. It helps out, and I'm going to give you a shout-out, but please give it some ample time as I'm going to get through some subjects here before we do full shout-outs and the like. But holy crap, 2020, guys. What a year this has been. First of all, what on earth? Did anyone at the beginning of 2020 actually expect 2020 was going to go this way? Seriously. Could anyone? I don't think a single person would have predicted 2020 would have gone the way it did for all of us, right? Worldwide chaos with crazy political stuff going on.
That affected you in no way, shape, or form because you never leave the house and you don't have a real job.
Coronavirus raging rampant across the globe, changing the way that we live. And
You don't leave the house. This affected you in 0 ways possible, except for your bankruptcy. And it affected you in a positive way, for you anyways. Everyone else was like, oh, I want to go here. Oh, I can't. Oh, incarceration. I was going to see Bandmade live and Hollywood Undead and Carnifex and a bunch of other bands in incarceration. My buddy and I were going to go there for the weekend. It was going to be a great time. Canceled. ColossalCon. I love going to that every year. Canceled. YumaCon. Buddy and I were getting ready. We were going to make whatever and then canceled. Green Day. That was like Green Day, Weezer, and what other band up in Detroit was going to be playing. Wanted to go to that. Canceled. DSP. Nothing he wanted to do was canceled because he doesn't do anything. He doesn't go anywhere. Except for his debts. Well, credit card debts anyways. Those were canceled by his bankruptcy. And they couldn't do their usual inspections and all that at the house because Corona. Dick.
Honestly, all those things affecting things that normally would be commonplace. You know, usually you would look at things like, oh, I'm a streamer. There's going to be a set game release schedule for this year, and I'm going to cover this and this and this.
Cage.
And it was just impossible this year. This year was so chaotic and different. It was one of the most crazy years I've ever lived. And I'm sure many of you feel exactly the same way, right?
Well, I gotta use that something good to look at besides that thing.
Talk a little bit about stuff that happened with me and my family this year, as well as with my streams this year. So personal stuff as well as professional stuff over the course of 2020. I have not really sat down to talk or summarize any of this stuff in one video in a very long time. As you know,
especially all the bacon grease he pours down there.
I talk about this stuff on my streams, but to actually sit down and reminisce and summarize it all in one place is probably going to be beneficial for a lot of people, including myself. In addition, there's a lot of stuff that I just don't reveal to you guys on a daily basis. There's a lot of stuff that happened this year that I didn't talk about.
How do you explain to the judge about the bacon grease? The judge is the one that's involved.
In light of everything else and everyone else's struggles that were going on this year.
Yes, Hollywood Undead does mix metal with rap.
Scenes or whatever didn't really make much sense.
This is a unique sound for a while anyways.
It wouldn't be appropriate in scope of everything else going on. Let's put it that way. All right. So what I want to do today is talk about that stuff, and then I want to let you know today on Thanksgiving.
Yes, all events canceled.
This year I have.
Oh, and I was supposed to go see the
to be thankful
DC Defenders XFL game.
Like this year,
but it's not, we already had our tickets.
SOB.
We had our tickets. We're gonna get the hotel room. We're gonna drive there. We're gonna make a whole weekend of it. Leave on Friday.
That things went.
Watch the game on Saturday. Come back home on Sunday. It was gonna be a great time. Canceled.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen. 2020, holy shit.
Oh, the condo mortgage is going to bite him in the ass.
This year started off for me, one of the most uncertain years of my life. This year was actually the make or break year for me. Because as you guys know, if you're longtime viewers,
you beg every year, we know that.
Since I moved to Washington State in 2014. In fact, it just kind of felt like, what's Murphy's Law? Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. It was just like every time that things were looking good, something would come and smack me in the face and screw me over and over and over. And it just was an ongoing thing, an ongoing torrent of bad luck, bad things happening to me. Some of which were just simply bad luck. Some of which were just negligence by people who I trusted to be doing their jobs. And some of which were actually malicious actions against me because I'm a public streamer and people just don't like me for various reasons. Okay? So, because of all those things, they kind of culminated. And earlier this year,
I don't discriminate, unlike DSP.
I didn't know what was going to happen this year. I was in the midst of declaring bankruptcy. Okay? That basically means I got myself into so much financial trouble. There was absolutely no way with the money that I was
easily
making.
Mused. Holla holla for the dollar.
There was no way I was ever going to be able to pay my financial obligations.
You see them every year? Dude, that's awesome.
It was just impossible. Like, on paper, it wasn't able to be figured out. It was like, you will never be able to pay these people off. It was to the point where I had so much debt in my name that the interest alone was
$131,000 in credit card debt alone. About $20,000 from his car. Over $200,000 from his Washington condo. Another $100,000 from his Connecticut condo. In total, is just over $500,000. Mind you, he's made roughly $1.7 million over the past 11 years. And we're going on 12, so now it's probably up to 1.8. But at the time of the bankruptcy, about $1.7 million across 11 years, roughly. He did pay some taxes, but not all of them that he was supposed to. And not as much as he should, because he writes off stuff that as a business expense that's not a business expense. But still, let's say after taxes, he only got to keep $1 million. But he was $500,000 in debt. So where did that $1 million go, DSP? Oh, let's get extreme. Let's say it was only $800,000 he got to keep. Where did that money go? Because it's not like he owns the Connecticut condo, or owns the Watt condo, or owns the car, or owns anything. He doesn't own anything. This is a man who is 38 years old and has 0 to his name. He doesn't own a single thing. I at least own my car, and I own my garage that I had put in. I own things. Don't own the house. Yeah, that's another $45,000 to go. But I will eventually own my house. DSP will never own that condo because he will never pay it off. 30 years old, got a 30-year mortgage at the age of, what, 34? So he would be 64 before he paid it off. Do you think he's going to be able to keep doing this till he's 64 years old? Not a chance. And mind you, he's made enough money, he could have just bought the fucking place. Mr. $300,000 in a single year off of YouTube. And that's not counting behind-the-scenes donations. That's not counting Patreon. That's not counting his mommy and daddy helping him. That's not counting Teespring. $300,000 alone. Alright, fine, he only gets to keep $180,000. Oh, wait a minute. He could have paid off the Connecticut condo with that 1 year and had money left over. And he still owns nothing.
All I could pay. Every month, I would pay a minimum payment on a credit card or whatever, and the credit card balance would just not move because I owed so much, and the interest was so
You're not
insane.
wrong, Timo.
It was that bad, okay? It was really that bad. And it was to the point where it looked like if the bankruptcy that I was trying to get did not go through so that my debts could be forgiven with many of these creditors, I was going to lose everything. I was going to lose, likely, my house.
And that's the other thing. People don't know, the tragedy, like, he didn't win the bankruptcy. You don't win a bankruptcy. No. A normal person doesn't win a bankruptcy. A normal person, their business went out of business, and they've lost that stream of revenue because a competitor came in and did better than them, and they just couldn't keep up with the competition. Or the person that was supplying them changed something, and then said, well, I can't afford to use that supplier anymore. Well, I'm boned, I lost my business. A normal person has a 2-income household, and then their wife or their husband dies, or they got cancer and the medical bills ate up all their money. A normal person does not win a bankruptcy. A bankruptcy, no matter what, is a loss, even if they get it. Because they lost their business, they lost a loved one, they're dealing with fucking cancer or something. DSP? He didn't lose his business. He didn't lose a loved one. He didn't have medical bills. He lost nothing. And so for him, the bankruptcy was in fact a win. Because he lost nothing. And gained $131,000 worth of debt being gone. So when he had some tragedy like, he didn't win, you can't say he won, you don't win. No. A normal person, you and me, we can't win a bankruptcy. Because we're normal people. A pig roach, he does in fact win a bankruptcy.
And basically,
for that rant.
I owned it because there was no way I could pay anyone back. And it was a crazy process for me. And here's why it was a crazy process for me: because there's so many people on the internet who hate me for various reasons, and I'm not going to go into that today.
As he goes into it.
Video. But they basically try to make my life a living hell at every waking moment. Okay, and for most people, okay,
Hey,
the
Gears.
bankruptcy process is straightforward. It's just declaring certain information, providing said information, and basically justifying that you qualify for bankruptcy, and then usually you get it. Okay? For me, it was completely different. In fact, the bankruptcy lawyer who I worked with said this is one of the most unique cases she'd ever had.
Because she never dealt with anyone this stupid before. I'm guessing she's probably dealt with people, again, lost a loved one, so their 2-income household was now a 1-income household, and that 1 income couldn't afford the lifestyle that 2-income household was able to afford. Or they lost their business, or they had medical bills, or they had something happen. She's never had someone show up, waddle, 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 plop, ack, ack, ack. I bought a fuck ton of gacha mobile games, and I can't afford it. I mean, I could afford it if I didn't keep paying for gacha games, but I want to keep playing my gacha games, so ack. Give me this bankruptcy. Yeah, so she's probably never dealt with anything like that before.
handled because I had so many trolls who were constantly trying to wedge themselves into the process. And you might say, what? What are you talking about? People were constantly contacting every person involved in my bankruptcy process behind the scenes, basically making shit up, trolling them, sending
Not making
fake
anything up. It
information,
was all
slandering
true.
me, and making up the most crazy shit to try to get it so my bankruptcy wouldn't go through. Okay?
You mean we told the truth to try to stop the
It was
bankruptcy from
pretty
going
fucked
through?
up. To say the least, it was pretty fucked up to the point where, I'm not kidding, I was having behind the scenes private meetings with judges, okay, about my bankruptcy proceeding because they were so bombarded with trolling and fake information from the internet, they couldn't believe it. And they needed to sit down with me to actually discuss the
that
facts
might be a little
of
too
my
risque.
life,
Let's
my
change that
finances,
one
how
real
things
quick.
work with my business or whatever, because they had been bombarded with so much fake information that they couldn't make heads or tails of anything. They really couldn't. They were like, you got to understand, we've got now probably hundreds of emails of information that we don't even know what this is,
And I love how these
some of
judges
it makes
talk
you
and
sound
think
you're
just
a
like
criminal
him.
who should be in federal
All
prison.
these judges I talk
And
to
other
behind the
things
scene
are just
guys
so ludicrous that we don't know
talk
what to
and think
believe.
exactly
And it was
like
just
me.
a nightmare. It really was a nightmare process for everyone involved because of these people. Like, for those who this year were along for the ride, right? Sadly, there were some things in this process that need to be made public, like my financial documents had to be made public. Well, not all my financial documents, but like my filing for bankruptcy that had financial information in it had to be made public. And there were people just picking everything apart. For example,
Because you're an
in my
idiot.
bankruptcy filing, my bankruptcy lawyer did not list that I own a cat. Okay? You're supposed to list all your assets. I didn't list that I own a cat. Normally, this is not a problem. 99.9999999% of cases, no one cares that you own a cat. The cat has zero value. You're not going to go resell a domestic house cat. It has no value at all. Okay? Not to say that
Got you about
has
$2
no
grand.
value. Oh my God, he's a member of our family. But that's what I mean.
I'd
He's
say
a member of
$2
the
grand
family.
is
He's
probably
not an
pretty
asset
valuable
be
to
bought
you.
or sold. Well, no, most people who declare bankruptcy don't have to put that kind of stuff on their paperwork. Well, I filed for bankruptcy. We don't put it on the paperwork. The trolls contact the judge and say, well, Phil owns a cat. And he didn't put it on the paperwork, therefore he committed fraud. Now, how do you
'Cause it
think,
is fraud.
You know what I mean, like, do
You didn't
really
list
think
something.
That the people involved in this process, do you think they want to be bothered by this shit? Of course they don't. They just want this to be a normal bankruptcy proceeding and have it go through. But this process became
Yeah,
the
that was
most
Asuka.
time-consuming, convoluted, waste of time process because shitheads kept shoehorning themselves into the process, making it more complicated and worse. So what happened? Oh,
And notice how his
normally
eyes
people
never
don't
look
have
at the
to
camera
disclose
for
that.
more
I
than
have
a
to now go back
blink.
and disclose that because these idiots fucking had to bring it up, right?
Take a sip, you sleazy asshole.
And that's what I mean. I'm not going to go into the ridiculous amount of things that happened because I'm telling you guys, this should have been a process by all explanation. It should have been over within a few months. It should have been me providing information. It's reviewed by a group of people. They say, okay, yes or not if you qualify. I follow up with more information. Done. Instead, it just
Instead, you kept lying
blown
on
so
your
out of proportion. I'm
forms.
serious. I had multiple
And we kept
meetings
pointing out, like,
behind the
hey,
scenes
he's
with
lying on
people
his forms.
to go through line by line, financial statements, PayPal statements, explaining everything. There were people saying I had fake bank accounts that didn't exist. There were people saying I had fake PayPal accounts that didn't exist.
Listed
They were just
one
making
PayPal
so much
account
shit
without
up
listing
on
the
a
other
constant
PayPal
basis.
account
And you guys have
until
to
we
understand
brought up, like,
something.
hey, he has another
Okay?
PayPal account.
You guys have
Then
to
he
understand
listed it.
something, all right? You may think that a lot of the things that are said on my streams by these people or said in their videos is just harmful or excuse me, not harmful trolling. Oh, it's not a big deal, right? You have to understand that when you make something up about someone and so many people talk about it that people believe it because they're gullible, that now becomes a huge issue with something like a bankruptcy filing. You know, there were people saying that I owned things that I didn't own. There were people saying that I had so much value of things in the house that doesn't exist or the value just isn't there. People who just don't understand the process. Okay, they just don't. They don't understand the process, how bankruptcy works, and they're making shit up constantly. But because they're making shit up, I have to now.
Except, unlike you, we actually looked it up. We found videos of people explaining what happens in a bankruptcy. I posted a couple of them. LSB posted some. I'm sure GGG covered it. Like, we covered all this. Better than you ever did. And goddamn, man, look in the camera for once. Just saying.
Tell people about things and disclose things and explain things. All right, that whole meme of me playing mobile games and spending money on mobile games and shit actually became a huge factor because they were like, is it true or not? And I had to show them all of my financials and show where my money goes. And of course, once I showed them the truth of the matter, it was all, okay, fine.
Well, then show us. Show us where all your money's going. Because gotcha makes sense. You do not have $5,000 in business expenses every month. You have one internet line, office space, a few games. You have maybe, possibly if you were to play like 10 games, brand new $60 games, you might maybe get to $1,000 a month. With the 10 brand new $60 games and what you can write off for your office space and your internet. Maybe $1,000. Maybe, possibly $1,000. Not $5,000.
But I had to do that, and that's an extra steps that what other person declaring bankruptcy gets accused of having insane amounts of money, like hidden in bank accounts, fake PayPal accounts, having tons of assets
because he is a huge douche fitness,
and apparently is a mobile game addict. How many people get accused of those things? No one. Everyone else gets to do it normally. I went through living hell earlier this year, because of these assholes who just want to try to fuck my life over.
Who wanted to make sure your thing
none
was
of
filed
what they said was
properly.
true. But I had to go through the due diligence.
We said you had a cat because you do have a cat.
People who were trying to go through.
And you tried to hide the fact that you had a cat for some weird reason.
That's
the other thing. Like, why were you hiding you had a cat?
Where, like, things got held up tons.
Like, why
I ended up spending
hide?
Money that I wasn't
You
supposed
have
to
a cat.
spend,
Like,
but I had to.
What was the point of hiding the fact you had a cat?
Long. It was not good.
Like, it doesn't make any sense that you were hiding the fact you had a cat.
The good news is, the bankruptcy went through. It took a long fucking time and a lot of shit, but it went through because thank God,
because you kept hiding
and
things.
Thank God, it doesn't matter how much slander is all over the internet, that people listen to reason and see the truth when facts are presented. Because, you know, a lot of things in my life aren't like that. For example, sponsorships. Companies reach out to me and say, "Hey Phil, we'd like to give you a product to review. Could you do it? Would you do it and advertise the product?" Sure. And I do it, and then people completely spam the shit out of the social media feed of that company saying these horrendous things about me. Phil's a scammer. Phil's this. Phil's that. And then they don't want to deal with me anymore. I can't get opportunities like other content creators because those same people
because you're a toxic piece of shit.
Every opportunity I get, and those opportunities go away because of that. Thank God, a legal process like filing for bankruptcy is not affected by that. It took a long time for me to get through it because of their fucking around with everything, but at least I got through it. Okay, like I said, it wasn't easy. It was way more expensive than it should have been, but at least it went through because that really was the start of a major positive push in 2020 for me and my family, because now not having all of that debt looming over our heads now means that the money that comes in as a result of me
spending it on gotcha
put towards all the things it should have been going towards to begin with. My taxes, the mortgage, the car.
Your taxes that you still haven't paid, which is why you're on a payment plan because you refuse to pay your taxes. Your money is not going to taxes. He's had multiple tax fundraisers or raising of funds, never paid his taxes. So where did that money go, DSP? Where did the money go? Gotcha.
Payment, the utilities, food, and things for the house and stuff. You know, this year it was very different. So I'll give you some examples of things that happened personally to me this year that I don't tell, you guys don't know about. Just some examples. By the way, I'm gonna do quick. Let me do that. Let me do some quick shout outs. Streaming Grumpy, subscribe to the channel for 4 months. Thank you, Streaming Grumpy. Zoen tipped me $9. I said, "Happy Thanksgiving." I'm thankful for you. Thank you very much, Zoen. Thank you for the $9 tip. That jumps us up here a bit, and I appreciate that very much. Righteous Sword has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Righteous Sword, for the sub. Knight in the DSP Army, that 100 bit cheers, is even mentioned tears from time to time. That is true. And Yoshino Lover resubscribed for 25 months. Thank you, Yoshino Lover. Okay, so some stuff that happened this year that you guys are not aware of. Had a major plumbing issue in the house. Had to get plumbers out here to fix it. Cost me upwards of $1,000 out of nowhere. All right? If the bankruptcy hadn't gone through, I had no money for that. I don't even know how I would.
Let's do some backstory. Back in time. Anyways, he's mentioned that, "Oh yeah, I've been in the same bathroom at the same time as my wife was taking a shit, dude. We're married." And it's like, but you have multiple bathrooms. Why would you need to be in the same bathroom while she's using the toilet if you have multiple bathrooms? That's why. Now, how did the downstairs toilet get busted? We've all seen the video of him pouring bacon grease down the toilet. So, most likely, he did that. Now, however, let's say it wasn't that. It could have been a myriad of things that he could have gone on Google or YouTube and looked up how to fix. Instead, he just said he spent $1,000 at someone come out and go, "Oh, take the plunger. Dun 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 dun. Alright, you're good." $1,000. Good job, DSP. Or they could have needed a snake. You can buy those. I can go to Home Depot and buy a 30-foot snake. Well, it's a wire thing with anyways, but you can put it down there, and then they got the ones that have screwdriver attachments. So you put the drill against it, go bzzz, and it spins around to really help clean out the pipes. Like, you can spend $30, maybe buy, if he probably doesn't have a drill, so buy a drill for, again, 30, 40, 50, whatever, depending on what brand you get. All right, fine, for under $100, bang, all right, your pipes are cleaned. Good job. You can actually buy, not Drain, well, it's pretty much Drano, but it's a separate company that makes ones very specifically for grease. If you think your issue is grease. Whether you're, usually it's for like restaurants and stuff, but again, a private homeowner needs to clear out grease. You can pour it down there. Ta-da! Instead, the guy spent $1,000 on plumbers.
I don't know what I would have done.
I got a message
Seriously,
from someone.
I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have the bankruptcy go through, and so therefore I had money from streams. I would have had no money to fix it. Okay? Jasper got sick. Jasper got sick this year, and we had to take him to a vet twice. And I don't talk about that stuff publicly. It's none of anyone's business. But it's expensive to take a cat to a vet and have medicine, procedures, etc.
I didn't talk about Jasper having to go to the vet. Oh no, guys, my wife has tooth pain. We're going to drive an hour to the nearest urgent care that takes my insurance. But I'm not going to mention anything that happens with Jasper. Jasper goes to the vet? No, that's private background information you don't need to know about. But my wife needs to go to the vet. I mean, well, she has a horse, but my wife has to go to the hospital. I'm going to live tweet the entire adventure. Way to value your wife's cat over your own wife.
Bro. The good news is he's fine. This was months and months ago. You guys weren't aware of it. But he's fine now. But again, that's money out of nowhere. And thank God I had the money. Because imagine, again, if I was in the situation I had been in for the bankruptcy, I wouldn't have been able to afford it.
I was like, he may have neglected Jess, but I don't think Cat would.
You guys know my health issues with my multiple ear infections and issues. My wife also had health issues that we're not going to get into. It's no one's fucking business what they were.
Yeah, his wife or his parents could have hidden money for him.
These are all things that are very expensive. Healthcare in America is insanely expensive. Just walking into a doctor is insanely expensive. Okay, it wasn't easy this year with coronavirus and everything.
I look at channel, I see are owls.
Okay,
it's gonna be ban.
Or 1 day a week out that we have, the 1 day off, is incredibly stressful for us a lot of times. This is why. That 1 day a week is the week when we're going to doctors, when we're doing appointments like this, tests. And so it just becomes, we got to drive 45 minutes to go to a doctor and then drive back. That's half the day is gone, you know? And that's supposed to be our day.
How's that half the day?
That's how stressful
it's an hour and a half.
Some of the stuff that happens.
That's not half the day. Holy shit, you don't know your time, do you?
Talk about it on a gameplay stream. I don't want you guys to be burdened with that. You all have your own stresses. You all have your own things going on in your own lives. You don't have to.
As he cries and begs for money.
In my life, this year was not an easy year by any means for us with the stuff that happened behind the scenes. Because it's funny how idiots want to say, "Oh, see, Phil got bankruptcy, so now he's rich, he's rolling in dough." It's like, no. What happened was I could now afford my real life again. I actually had to catch up on back taxes, which I'm still doing. I still on a back payment plan, and I owe so many taxes from the years I couldn't pay them that it's going to take me a long ass time to get caught up with that. Okay, it went from okay, I'm paying minimum payments on credit cards and things, and the balance is never going down, and I'm not paying taxes at all. To now, okay, now there's no credit card debt anymore, so now I can pay the back taxes that I owe. That's the funny part. Oh, Phil made all this money this year. No,
that
the
he
money
still hasn't
was
paid.
Supposed to be going all along.
Still hasn't paid them.
Important things, but I'm not going to sit here every day and be like, well, folks, here's my receipt of what I spent money on this week. Okay, today I went to the doctor and there was a copay, and then I had to pay for plumbing. I'm not going to do that. It's none of anyone's business, and no one needs to be bothered with that shit.
As he tells us about it.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to bother you guys on.
You know it, Rocklight.
No, I'm just not. All right? But what I will say is this. Thank you to those who this year basically didn't pry into my shit. People who were here just to hang out and have fun and have a good time on the streams. I hate to say it, there's people who are here just for drama. And I can tell who those people are.
Because that's all you have is drama.
About something new that was pulled out of someone's asshole that's completely erroneous and false. My God. What was it, 2 weeks ago? I had to take Kat to the doctor. All right? Oh, Kat's pregnant and having a baby. What the fuck are you talking about? But this is what I mean. People just want to make shit up to create drama. Thank you to those who don't do that. Thank you to those who don't participate. And if you do, you're fucking stupid. Like, you have to understand something. And I mean this.
Why are you so upset about Kat having a baby, dude? Unless you know it's not yours.
People. You're creating chaos. You're creating drama. You're creating nonsense where it doesn't exist. You're making shit up just for the sake of drama. And that's not good because that hurts people. All right? When you participate, it's just a harmless meme. No, it's not. When you just make shit up about that kind of stuff, and you're legitimately hurting people by doing it. You are, and it's fucked up that people think it's funny.
Coming up with Kat's pregnant and has a baby and lives in an apartment off-site. That's why we never see or hear her ever. That's hurting me, guys. It's legit hurting me physically. How? Mind you, again, the cat having a baby thing is just a theory, a JTL theory. But look at how pissed off he is. If I could come up with more theories to get him this pissy, that'd be hilarious. Love it.
To just make up dramatic shit about people that's not true, because then idiots believe it, right? It was a meme for a day when I took her to the doctor that she was pregnant, and then no, she's not, you idiots. It's a fucking issue with her mouth or gums. You're so dumb. You're so fucking dumb.
I thought it was a wisdom
That's
teeth,
what I mean.
dude.
It hurts. And now those memes get blown out of proportion and turned into things people believe them because they're stupid, and that's the kind of shit
Well, that
hurts
he's heard
people.
about my
All right?
conspiracy
So I want
theories,
to say thank you to
though.
those who this year did not participate in any of that fucking dramatic bullshit, and those who we're just here for fun. We're here to just chill this year with me, all right? Outside of all of that personal stuff, like happening behind the scenes with me, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm actually going to address it more towards the business side, because it really is more business side, but there's a lot of drama going on with shit financially behind the scenes, you know, false contributions and stuff that's really fucked up, because it makes it impossible for me to know how much money I have to spend on personal stuff, all right? There's stuff right now that Kat and I would like to do, all right? And I'm not talking go on vacation and shit, I'm talking practical stuff in the house, right? That we would like to be able to do. Boy, the sun's coming out, and now the lighting's getting weird here on the stream. But we don't know if we can do it, because every day contributions come in, and I don't even know how many of those are real, because a lot of these are getting charged back.
Paul J.
During the business side of stuff. But that's what I mean. Like,
gorgeous dress, isn't
personally, things are pretty good right now because the bankruptcy went through, and despite the fact that a lot of stuff happened this year with health, plumbing, Jasper's health,
Because there's no
unexpectedly
chargebacks.
coming up, that was money out of nowhere. I had the money for.
I mean, technically, there probably are chargebacks, but not to the extent that he says. He probably got one, maybe two, and then went, hey, this is a great way to beg for more money.
For it, because the bankruptcy went through, you see? So thank God it did. And if it didn't go through because those shitheads were making stuff up about me and trying to be really nasty and ruin my life, this could have been the end of everything. This, like I said, this was the make or break year for us, where I could have lost the house, I could have lost everything. And it would have been
hilarious to see, though.
As stupid as that sounds, because I qualified for bankruptcy. Everything lined up, and I qualified for it, and I should have gotten it. And if I didn't get it, it would have been because of them making shit up, not because of anything that I did wrong. How fucked up?
He did nothing wrong. He did everything correct, guys.
Can qualify for something, I might not have gotten it because of trolls, right? That's how close, and it was fucked up. It was really bad, the situation, seriously. But we got through it, all right? And that's the light at the end of the tunnel here is I'm now at a position where, because of the fact that the bankruptcy went through, that now when money comes in, I can, instead of saying, well, it's out the door and completely wasted, okay, I have to put this much aside for back taxes, this much aside for current taxes, this much aside for the cost of business, but food, everything. Okay, there's a little bit extra. What do I do?
But there
with
is
that?
no
Do
cost
I say,
of
okay,
business.
I want to reinvest that in the business and
It's
improve
your
things?
utilities
Do
you
I
gotta
want
pay,
to
no
do
matter
something
what.
around the house? You see what I mean? This is a consideration I haven't had for 5 years. I'm serious. Ever since 2015 happened, when my YouTube channel DSP Gaming was ruined because of trolls putting false DMCA claims against it, I have not had that flexibility. This is the first year in my life in 5 years I've been able to do that. So it's life-changing. Like, let me tell you guys something, all right?
Cherry juice ain't
For
cheap.
5 years, I would go to sleep, and you've seen many nights I would tweet, man, I can't sleep tonight. I'm so stressed or whatever. It was always an issue. I don't even know if I have enough money to pay the bills. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was living, of course, YouTube revenue, Twitch revenue, and whatever I could make every day daily via tips on streams. That every day was barely making ends meet. I was overdrawing my bank account constantly, and I was to the point where every night
But
I
you
was
can't
wondering if I wake
explain
up
where all
tomorrow
the money
morning and get
went,
another notice
though.
from my bank that I overdrew. Here's a ton of fees, and bills weren't paid. All right, that's not a way to live. And I know many of you probably out there have been in that situation before. It's one of the most stressful ways you can live, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, being insanely uncertain and not being able to sleep and rest easy because of shit like that is terrible. All right, it's not the first time in my life I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation another time in my life when I was much younger as well. But it wasn't because I was like in so
Much younger, when he was in 28. 27, 28 years old. Because he spent a fuck ton of money on going to FGC tournaments. All on credit cards. Nothing but credit cards for paying off the FGC flights and hotels and competitions. Yeah, I was much younger. You were 28 years old. You were not a child. You were 28 years old. And then he said that he got a credit card debt because of YouTube. He made so much money off of YouTube, he was actually able to get out of credit card debt. Went right back into it, as we saw, with $131,000. But yes, Mr. I was much younger. Like, no, you were 28 years old. You weren't a child. You weren't 20 years old with student loans out the ears. No. You were 28 years old with credit card debt from going to FGC tournaments.
much debt. You know what I mean? It was more because I was just irresponsible back then. Now it was like, this was a way, I don't even know how I was going to get out of it, right? It was a bad situation. And now that situation is over. And I'm so grateful for that. because now I can live a life again. I can actually live a life. I can look forward to the future positively.
He will
say,
play
wow,
games.
Things might go really well.
Eventually.
Things can keep going the way they are on
Sometimes.
streams.
Eventually.
As long as no crazy shit comes out of the blue. Because as you guys know, so many times over the years, my accountant doing my taxes wrong. You owe this out of nowhere, this amount of money. Your channels get shut down. Now you can't make money. You guys know how much shit can come out of left field and screw me over. It's happened so many times in the 12 years I've been a content creator. But this year, things kind of flipped towards the positive for me in that regard. Okay, so I'm happy. The future looks as bright as this is looking right now. As the sun is coming in my window and changing the lighting of the stream, the future is looking bright right now, and I'm very happy because of that. All right.
Bridge is so bright, I gotta wear shades.
As I bring up these tough things that happened to me and my family this year behind the scenes, this is not because I'm saying woe is me. This is because I want to let you know what happened and what we got past. This is a celebration, all right, of positivity and looking forward to the future.
It goes the bills, dude.
Okay.
Well, what bills cost that much
Let's do
money?
some shout-outs.
Shut
All
up,
right.
it's bills. And yes, he's
Here we
been
go, dude.
fired by every single employer. He got fired from Best Buy for scamming out of PlayStation 2s. He got fired from the helicopter company. I'm guessing his daddy was able to keep him from getting in trouble for showing up drunk if he showed up at all. Because, mind you, he was playing video games late into the night, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, while drinking. He's admitted to this. So if he's drunk at 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games, he has to be at work at 9 for the factory or the helicopter company. How much you want to bet he was showing up drunk, hungover, if he showed up at all? Got fired from the bank because there was a girl he was trying to bang, bought her condo from her for way too much money, still wouldn't bang him, so he complained that she was dating someone else at the bank, and he said, "And get the fuck out of here. Goodbye." And of course, got fired from Blip, got fired from Machinima.
And here's the thing. You'll still see people who want to do negative stuff. People are still talking behind the scenes about the fact that my property in Connecticut, where I used to live and do all my videos, is in foreclosure. It is. It absolutely is. Okay? So this situation is not done yet. By no means. We're still going. Every month, I still have to pay over $400 to a condo association in Connecticut for a property I haven't lived in 6 years, and I abandoned.
Why didn't you sell it then? Why didn't you pay it off and then, all right, again, $1.7 million. Let's say after taxes he has $800,000. It would be more than that, but let's lowball $800,000. Well, the condo was $139,000. You could have paid it off and still had $640,000 left. Then, all right, well, I would have sold it for a loss. I only sold it for $60,000, guys. But as long as you lived there for more than 2 years as your primary residence, you could sell it and keep all $60,000. No taxes paid on that $60,000. Don't know about you, but that would have been the Toyota Corolla that he bought. That would have been a lot of his fucking taxes for a couple years, not all of them. So he could have had the thing paid off, moved to Washington, sold it for a loss, but get $60,000 again. Buy the Toyota Corolla flat out, no interest needed. Pay his taxes for a couple of years. And been good. Instead, he just admitted, I'm paying $400 a month in condo association fees for a place I don't live in. That is $4,800 a year for 6 years. He just said, I haven't lived there 6 years, guys. $4,800 a year across 6 years for a place that he refuses to pay off and then sell it. That is $28,800. Gee. So you get the $60,000 that he would have made by selling it, even though it was a loss. $28,800 he would have saved by not having to pay those condo fees. That is $88,000. Pay off the car. Paid off all the taxes owed for the past 6 years. Might have had money left over. So, nope. Having to pay a tax guy to do his taxes like that. No payment plans. No deal with the IRS. No. Owns the car. Owes zero in taxes because he got it all paid off. And no lawsuit from MidFirst Bank about the foreclosure of the Connecticut condo. Instead, he spent the money on God knows what mobile games. And is now paying $400 a month, every month, in condo fees to a condo he doesn't live in.
All right? I'm still paying $400 a month. I'm legally liable for that. what's happening right now, which you guys don't really care about, but just to clarify, the company, or the mortgage company that owns the mortgage on that is foreclosing. What they need to do is go through a formal foreclosure process. Then they're going to sell that property, make some money on it, and that's it. A lot of people are like, oh, well, see, Phil's still financially on the hook for it. No, I'm not. Because I surrendered that property during my bankruptcy. During the actual bankruptcy proceeding, I, in the bankruptcy documentation, said as a part of this bankruptcy, I am surrendering this property. And that mortgage company agreed to that happening so that they could accelerate the process of foreclosure. Now,
Except MidFirst Bank doesn't work like that. MidFirst Bank is known to be a predatory company. They're coming after you for the money, dude. They are. You can try to bury your head in the sand, but guess what? This is going to be a brand new debt. The bankruptcy would have wiped away old debts. But because MidFirst Bank played their cards right, they've probably done this a few thousand times. Played their cards right, this is going to be a new debt. I mean, technically, it's still not a debt yet for him. Because they haven't gone through all the paperwork yet and gone through court. It could be January, but alright, fine. January 2021, this new debt for $60,000 pops up. Good job, DSP. It's a brand new debt and you can't declare bankruptcy. Also, bankruptcies, yeah, you can get rid of credit card debt and medical bills and all that, but generally you can't get rid of a house payment or a car payment because those are called secured debts. Well, guess what the Connecticut condo was? A condo. It's a secured debt. Bankruptcy doesn't get rid of that.
the thing is, with coronavirus and everything screwing everything up this year, the foreclosure's been in limbo forever. Like, they should have been able to foreclose on this thing as of April of this year. Here we are in November, and it's still not fucking done, all right? But I have nothing to do with that process. I'm not involved with it at all. When I surrendered that Connecticut property back in April, my hands are completely off of it now. All they need to do is go through all the legal proceedings to foreclose on it. They foreclose, they sell it, it's over. I am not legally liable for anything else because I surrendered that property during my bankruptcy. It's all there in the documentation public. I did it all the right way with my lawyer, so it's done, okay? That company cannot come after me for any more money. Because that's a misconception. People are being stupid and not understanding the whole bankruptcy process. When you surrender a property as a part of a bankruptcy, and that company, that mortgage company, agrees to that, that's it. They've actually relinquished their ability to get any more money from the person in the bankruptcy proceeding. So when I did that and they agreed to it, and they said, okay, we'll now agree to accelerating the foreclosure and everything, that was the end of that for me. So the good news is, even though I'm still stuck with this effing property that's still not foreclosed on, and I'm stuck paying over $400 a month for it, they will eventually foreclose on it and get it out of my name, and then that's all done with. Then I just focus on me and my family here in Washington and the streams.
Well, family, you don't have a family, you have a cat and a wife.
Even though there's this little lingering
thing,
roommate. It's actually not true, the nonsense that people on the internet are saying. They don't know shit about how bankruptcy or this kind of stuff works. They're just morons.
It's a new debt. It's going to be a new debt, not an old one. You are boned.
All right. I got a few shout-outs.
Get over it, Piggy, because you are going to be
streaming this year. Man, we got a lot to talk about. That's very positive about streaming this year, don't we? Okay.
Yeah, they reopened it. They're coming after him. This is
for 20 months.
Well, he doesn't say like this is what they do.
Cranking Soldier Boy on stream. Yes. However,
this is what they do. Like, they know what they're doing because they've done this before.
But I can't do it because, sadly, as we all know,
oh no, that will get me in trouble.
Twitch now has all these very strict DMCA.
I'd love to show you that, but no, that'll get me in trouble.
Because of that, there's not much you can do about it, right? Like, if I played Soldier Boy, chances are that I would get shut down here on Twitch. So, sadly, there's nothing I can do about that. You know, it is what it is. And no Soldier Boy,
back
guys.
to the waifu.
Sorry.
Rabbanan, holla holla for the dollar.
Okay. Let's see here.
Second.
So it looks to me like we got a troll back.
Troll
And
back?
I think that I'm stupid, but I'm not.
You are stupid, but that's besides the point. Tisco 2021, $60,000, guys.
Yep.
No, you got to make it $100,000 to pay for the taxes, dude.
Sorry, I just got to take care of something here, guys. I'm not as stupid as this idiot thinks I am.
Yes, you are. You're probably dumber. Look at that lean Emmanuel band. Lean.
Did this work or not?
In.
See, I told you, my fucking laptop's fucked up.
Laptop's dying. Intense.
Okay. Yeah, I got someone who, well, again, we're actually going to talk about this in this segment now, where I'm going to talk about how the streams have been going this year. Okay? But yeah, this is the person who keeps doing fake tips with stolen credit cards. And yes, they're still here today. As of today, they're still doing it today, if you can believe it. They just did one, but I just caught them out. So, okay. Dr. Tony Huge is here and tipped me a whopping $49. Thank you very, very much, Dr. Tony Huge. I appreciate that. Biggest tip of the day,
Tony
obviously.
Huge.
So let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Can we for all those get charged back because he's a troll? That'd be
And that
hilarious.
means, yes, we're going to be able to vote on a vest, guys. We're up to $110 in tips. Wow, thank you, guys. Again, this being my only stream of the day, I appreciate this because I'm not going to have a second stream today, you know, to raise anything later tonight. And I appreciate you guys contributing on this one. Thank you very, very, very much. So thank you, Dr. Tony Huge, for the very generous tip. We've exceeded the tips goal. We can now do a vest poll. Every vest is eligible but the beige today. Okay? Okay. All right, continuing on. Doggy Down, resubscribed for 11 months. Thank you, Doggy Down. And Conversalist here says, happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for all the people who help and try to help if they think someone needs help, sometimes even without asking. People like that are the salt of the earth. There you go. Dr. Tony Huge now did a 4900-bit cheer as well. And said, here's a 4900-bit cheer to go along with the $49 tip. Dr. Tony Huge being very, very generous today. Thank you, Dr. Tony Huge. Let's get that on the leaderboard. And, oh my God, excuse me. Last Rambo cheers. Is it true your bankruptcy proceeding was recorded and posted all over the internet? Yes, which is completely illegal.
No, it's not.
What happened was, it was supposed to be an in-person.
It's not illegal. It is a public forum. It is public record. Not illegal. Shut the fuck up, DSP.
There was supposed to be. Oh, I can actually disclose this for the first time. I never did. There was supposed to be an in-person hearing in downtown Seattle where it was going to be me and my bankruptcy lawyer. We're going to meet with the judge and everything, and they were going to ask me questions about my finances and stuff. It's a public hearing, so it was supposed to be a public hearing. Now, by the way, if this happens in person, absolutely no one else can be involved in the process unless they're actually a creditor of mine, like someone who works for a bank or credit card company who I owe them money. They could ask questions. No one else could. There's actually cops there to make sure no one's walking in trying to impersonate other people, and if you do, you get arrested, okay? But because of coronavirus, things changed, all right? First of all,
bullshit.
My bankruptcy lawyer got sick, had the flu, almost thought she had coronavirus. Luckily, she didn't. She had the flu, and because of that, she couldn't make the first bankruptcy hearing. So we just didn't go, and it got rescheduled, and because of coronavirus, it became a phone-in meeting. And during the phone-in meeting, people found out, because it's a public meeting, they called in and impersonated my creditors, which is completely illegal. Those people could go to jail for a long time for what they did.
Not illegal. The guy who impersonated one, he could have gotten in trouble, but actual recording is not illegal.
It's not legal to do what they did. You cannot record or rebroadcast a legal proceeding.
Yes,
like
you
that without
can.
permission from the judge.
Perfectly
himself.
legal.
The judge did not give permission. Therefore, every single person who recorded, streamed, or restreamed that legal proceeding broke the law. It's actually completely illegal. And if someone actually reported them to, say, Twitch or YouTube, they could get their account suspended or actually terminated because it's technically breaking the law. It's not just, oh, I insulted someone or whatever, I broke a rule. They actually broke the law. All right, so I don't know who did, but whoever did is actually could get completely shut down
needs to
and then
audit him.
It's actually breaking the
law.
law.
They make so much money off of him.
Pretty messed up, but yeah, apparently it's all over the internet. I haven't personally listened back to it because I was there in person. I didn't need to fucking hear it again. But yeah, pretty messed up that someone actually tried to impersonate one of my creditors. Okay, as fucked up as that sounds, and then try to get.
It's only legal if it's involved him,
information about me to hurt me. They were trying to get me to like talk about finances and shit so that people could
this is 100% BS. Further.
And luckily that didn't happen.
But it's the pig roach. Okay? What do you expect?
Okay. How Ruroni resub for 6 months and said, Happy Turkey Day. I'm glad to finally have it off, even though it's a pandemic. At least I can spend it here and play games. I know. It's nice, isn't it? Very nice. Okay, thank you for the resub. Now, let's get to the professional side of things. You know about the personal stuff that happened with me this year, the bankruptcy, the other shit behind the scenes. Let's talk about professionally what's happened with me this year, okay? First of all, Platinum Vest 1, let me get the Platinum Vest. I don't think anyone's going to dispute the fact that this is one of, if not the best streaming year I've ever had in my life. The amount of positivity around myself and the content that I create is all-time high when it comes to streaming. I mean, obviously back in the day on YouTube was a different story, but as for streaming, more people today are tuning into my live streams for positive reasons than ever before. Right?
Nope, just negative, drama, dude.
But so many people are actually giving me a shot and actually checking out my content legitimately instead of just being here to be a negative asshole. People are actually here to enjoy and actually realizing, oh my god, Phil streams are fun. I want to hang out with this positive community. You know, it's a good thing. It's a great feeling. Let me get the vest. Okay.
And again, he doesn't keep it near him. He has to get up every time just to put his vest on instead of keeping it close to him.
Look, another troll. Let's get rid of this guy.
Lean in, manual band.
There you go. Okay. So, folks. Professionally this year, let's talk about my streams, all right? I mean, the craziest fucking thing happened. You're looking at it.
WWE Network.
The craziest fucking thing happened. Earlier this year, all right, people were tuning into certain streams of mine. For example, my Chill Minecraft stream. They would tune into another stream where basically it wasn't hyper-focused on gameplay. And what would happen is people would want to talk with me during those streams, and people would cheer, sub, tip.
Chill.
And I had a tip skull. I've always had a tip skull up here, all right, for the past couple of years.
No,
and
you
it's
haven't.
just something there to try to reach. It's nice if we hit it. It helps out a ton. But we started hitting it a few times, and people were like, you know, it would be nice if there was actually like a big celebration you would do when you hit your tip skull. And one thing that I would do is dab. I know as stupid as that sounds, people want me to dab during like a Minecraft stream if I hit the tip skull. So I would do that, and it was very silly or whatever, and then it would go away. Big deal, right? But then people started having other suggestions.
Hey,
and things that I could
Panda.
do. Why don't you put on your cowboy hat and stuff like that, right? Then all of a sudden, as we were doing a marathon,
Yes, because
a retrospective
of
marathon
his
back in
lifestyle,
February of 2020, this year.
He was not affected at
we
all by
went back
Corona
and watched
Chan.
a video. This was a vlog that I had done a very, very long time ago, okay? And this vlog was me in a vest, okay? The beige vest that I wear regularly now, but that was the beige vest that I owned for a very long time. That vest, if I remember correctly, I had purchased that vest when I still worked at the office job that I had, the helicopter company. And it was a lighter vest to wear, you know, in the fall or whatever. But I'd only worn it a few times. I remember almost never wearing it. I actually just threw it on for certain videos for vlogs so I would look different on YouTube, you know? And also, I think there was 1 or 2 days where I'd gone out to dinner with my parents on a Sunday, because that was my schedule. Sunday nights, I would go to dinner with my parents every week. And I think 1 or 2 of those Sundays, I just threw that beige vest on, went out to dinner with them, wore it out, and then I came home and said, oh, I'm going to do a vlog, and I would just record the vlog with the vest on. So people saw me in a vlog with this vest on. They're like, what is that vest? We've almost never seen you wear that ever. We don't even remember it existing. And I was like, yeah, that's a vest from like 10 years ago. I wonder if I have it. And I went downstairs and looked in my closet. Lo and behold, the vest was there. I still owned it. I didn't even realize I had it. I haven't worn it in probably 10 years. So I put on that vest for that retrospective marathon. Since then, it just became a running meme that if we hit a tip skull, I put on a vest. And that vest meme exploded to the point where it completely created a cultural thing for my stream.
The hate
and
army.
emotes and animations that have to do with the vest.
Too many games that he doesn't
we have
finish.
1, 2, 3,
Like
6
Oblivion.
different vests.
He never finished
A beige,
Oblivion.
a blue, a red,
He got
a
bored with
platinum,
it.
a camo, and a gray vest, which you guys get to pick whenever I
Yes,
hit
she
a
is.
tip
She's
skull,
living her
which
best
vest
life.
I'll
It's
wear on the
awesome.
stream. It's absolutely silly and ludicrous. It's dumb and over the top. I look
And
like
yeah,
an idiot wearing
Minecraft,
this. I look like
all right,
fucking
guys,
a thing of Jiffy
all
Pop,
these
like popcorn gonna
projects
pop out
left
at me
to
at any
do.
time during the stream. But you guys think
Never
it's funny.
finishes
I agree.
them.
I think it's silly. It's silly fun. It's something you guys came up with. It's organic. That's what I mean. It was natural. It wasn't manufactured by me. It wasn't some idea that I calculated heavily in my head and weighed and balanced if this would work on a stream. This is something you guys came up with naturally during the course of the year. And as silly as it was,
Terrible
this
Crusader.
went on for how many streams? Over 300? I actually don't remember the final count of when the vest streak ended. But it lasted
276.
almost 5 months. That every stream that I did, I hit the
$276. So that's over
$100 tip skull. All right, now,
$276,000.
this is pretty crazy.
I mean, that's over
because
$27,600
this happened.
just in
This
tips.
coincided
Again,
with
sometimes
everything
you
going on with my
way
bankruptcy.
break. You'd pay
Now, of course, I was
$200-300
going
in
to tell
tips.
you guys, but like I said,
So he actually broke
extra
over
costs went into filing for my bankruptcy because of the exceptional amount of work I had to
$30,000
make it
tips
go through because of the trolling.
in those
So
5 months.
that extra money helped
But
pay
he's
for that.
still
That extra money helped
broke.
pay for almost $1,000 of plumbing issues. That extra money helped pay for Jasper going to the vet. That extra money helped pay for other medical stuff this year and other things behind the scenes. That, thank God. You know, it was like I said, it was like everything kind of aligned perfectly this year. Because the vest streak was going on, things happened, but I was able to afford all of them because the crazy amount of support that I got from you guys. 5 effing months of crazy amounts of support on the streams allowed me to get through all those issues. And if you didn't notice this year, guys,
Then how come you're
there
still
hasn't been
crying
a
and
single
begging?
stream where it was like, oh my God, there's an emergency. I really need to raise a certain amount of money on this very special stream. We've got a giant tips goal of $1,000 or whatever. And it didn't happen this year for the first time in many, many years.
Yes, it did, Jackwagon. You had to run a special marathon for begging session for your tax guy because your tax guy wanted to be paid up front. I don't get it. Why can't I just pay him after? By the way, guys, I declared bankruptcy where I don't pay anyone. Gee, I wonder why he wanted you to pay him up front. But yes, that's exactly what happened. He had to pay his tax guy up front, according to him. So he ran a special marathon begging stream to raise the funds to pay his tax guy $1,200. So yes, you have done that.
It didn't happen this year because naturally you guys were supporting the stream so much that I didn't have to do that. When you go, oh my God, the plumbing thing would have been a huge thing. No, I was fine. I could actually freaking afford it for the first time in years. You see how different this year's been for me?
Yeah, that'd be
Both
hilarious to see
personally
that
and
be
professionally.
boom.
It's been so positive because of the support that I've gotten from you guys. Okay? Now, what's funny about all this crap is, again, the negative people. Oh, Phil made so much money during the vest streak. he must have blown it all or whatever. No, naturally what happened is the money went to things behind the scenes that I don't talk about on streams that are very important. Some of the things I just mentioned, and it went to back taxes and other things. I'm not going to tell you guys, I'm not going to give you an invoice and say here's everything that everything got spent on, but it was all meaningful stuff. I'm not rolling in dough. My
WWE Champions is very meaningful.
It's nuts. No, none of that happened. It's me having to spend things on very important things. All right. Another thing that people don't realize. All right. Oh, Phil made so much money during the vestry. I mean, I'm not going to dispute that. At the same time, it's not as much as people think for two reasons. First of all, you got to understand something. Before the vest streak ever happened, I was making tips. Was it the full tips goal every stream? No, it wasn't. But it was still tips. I was making a good money from tips every day. All right. The vest streak just increased that, but it wasn't like that's pure money out of nowhere that Phil's making in excess of everything else he always made. It's not true. For example, I'll give you an example here. I was basically normally making about $50 to $100 a day on tips. All right, just being honest, that's kind of what I was making before the vest streak. When the vest streak happened, I was making around $200 a day on tips, at least from what you could see on my streams, and I'll explain in a moment. So, yeah, the truth of the matter is that there was an increase, but it wasn't as much as people were making it out to be. People were being absolutely ridiculous. They were being completely over the top and trying to overestimate
bills for the year is going to be about 16
and trying to say
grand.
that, like, oh, Phil was making such a ridiculous amount of money that I actually wasn't making. All right, was there extra? Absolutely, there was extra.
That's money. For the year,
100%.
Not for 5 months.
There was extra money
like him,
but it wasn't pure. Like every tip wasn't extra money on top of what Phil usually makes. There was some extra, but it was nowhere near as much as what people were saying because they were trying to be basically negative about it. All right, now in addition to all of that,
she wants a tip wisdom tooth pull. She needs to raise that money herself, dude.
My internet is fluctuating right now badly. Are you guys seeing frame rate dip?
Money.
My internet is fluctuating badly right now. And by the way, don't worry, it's not a DDoS attack. If it was a DDoS or DDoS attack, it would just drop out completely. So it's not. It looks like there's actually maybe some issues in my area with internet because it's actually dipping and then going up and dipping again. Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'm recording this for YouTube. If you miss any portion of it because the stream is screwed up, I apologize. But it looks like it's an actual internet issue in my area. I'm not being attacked by anyone or anything like that. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay. All right, let's continue. So anyway, the other factor behind the scenes that you guys don't understand and I don't bring up, I only just started bringing it up recently, they're always, with tips, chargebacks. It always happens. It always has happened. It always will happen in the future. Now, up until this year...
But I thought you won them all, dude. You always brag about how you always win them all.
People who actually were using their real credit cards to send me a tip, and then they would lie. They would lie to PayPal and be like, oh, this is a transaction that Phil was supposed to send me a product and he didn't send it. So very easily I could win those chargeback claims because I would say, this guy's an idiot. He's lying. Here's my stream. Here's actual video footage of the pop-up that happened during the stream.
How you doing?
And I would prove to PayPal that this guy was lying. And then PayPal would say, there's no way we're going to grant that. And then, everything would be fine. Okay? But that was what happened up until this year. And I mean that up until this year. Sadly, this year things changed. All right? This year, people started actually using fake credit cards. All right? Which is terrible. They were actually using fake credit cards to give me tips. And the problem with that is not only does that screw over me, that screws over someone else who you stole their credit card. It's actually a huge crime to use stolen credit cards to do anything on the internet. It's a felony or whatever. It's bad.
Because people were making fun of him in messages,
all right?
Dude.
And the fact that people were doing this constantly this year is terrible because you can't win. If there's evidence that someone used a stolen credit card to tip, there's no way I can win that. It's a crime. It's proven it's a crime. And then basically I lose that money. And what happened, I'll be honest here. During the course of this year, during the course of me going through the vest streak and everything, there were actually situations where people were doing this and I couldn't tell that these tips were illegitimate at first. This was an ongoing process of, 5 months of tips coming in. I didn't know what was real and what wasn't. There was no way to really tell that. And because of that, a lot of the money that looked like I was making, I wasn't making. It was going back, but there was no way to know that. You know what I mean? So it's crazy because people look at this year and say, "Oh, the vest streak went for 5 months."
So the whole thing was a lie,
thousands of dollars. And the truth of the matter is, no, it's not true. Did I make a lot of money? Yes. That money went to important stuff behind the scenes, and I didn't make nearly as much money as people thought I was making. All right, and it basically was uncertain because then people could charge back 2, 3, 4. Yes,
you did work with a bank that probably dealt with a lot of credit cards. People could charge back a tip
that they had sent me on a stream, and there was a lot of streams where, oh my God, at the last minute, a giant tip came in and we hit the vest streak. Great. And then 2 months later, a claim is filed. Oh, that was a stolen credit card. And now you lose that money. Okay. So for me, this year, the vest streak was an amazing godsend because at a time when things were going on behind the scenes that I needed the help, I really needed it. I got it. At the same time, I didn't nearly make as much as people thought I was making. And it was a big issue because of all these chargebacks. Like my PayPal account was destroyed. At one point, for an extended period of time, my PayPal account was
120 days,
balance,
all right.
And I was struggling to try to get it back to a positive balance because of all the
So yeah,
chargebacks
they
that
could
kept
wait
coming
2
in, kept
months.
coming in,
They
kept
could actually
coming
wait
in.
up to
All right?
4 months.
And by the way, it's not just one person.
Of course,
Because
WWE
people say,
champions
it's just
do.
that one guy, whoever it is. No, the truth of the matter is it wasn't just him. There was multiple people, all right, over the course of this year who did this. Just recently, it's this one particular guy who's doing it a lot. But there actually were multiple people
No idea watching.
doing this to me over the course
He could make a lot of money off of Among Us.
2020.
Like, all right, guys, if you tip me $10, I'll give you the
Totally
code to get
not,
into my
oh
stream,
God, end of the
dude.
world, but essentially, you guys are here on the stream every day and you're thinking Phil's making $200 in tips every day. That wasn't the case. There were absolutely days I was, but there were many days I wasn't because of all these factors going on. It actually
Fine,
wasn't
but then
case.
the bits,
but let's be very honest.
and the subs,
all right, let's be
and the
very, very
Patreon, and the
5
YouTube,
months
and the
of overwhelming
Teespring,
positive support.
and behind the
5 months of
scenes,
hitting the
and
tip
your
goal
wife,
every stream.
and your mom.
Who would have thought
Would've
that would
made up
happen? That's
for all
insanity.
that.
At a time when
Yes, this
the
account would
world
be
is
shut
uncertain
down
and
if
things
we
are
got that
chaotic
many.
out there for people. The fact that I was able to have that level of success is outstanding and amazing, and thank you guys for that. All right. And yes, guys.
So again, let's say he did get charged back a lot of them. So he made $100 a day in tips. 276. That's still a lot of money, dude. And again, that's not like, well, I got charged back. It's not some of those. Well, then Patreon would cover the chargebacks. YouTube would cover the chargebacks. Just saying. So you still made a fuck ton of money, dude.
Who are watching live on stream, the stream quality is going crazy. I think the internet is screwed up right now. Something's going on with the internet in my area that is screwed up. Because it wasn't doing this earlier. Now
always focus on the fact that he shakes his head no when he's saying he's telling the truth or whatever.
There's no one that has my IP address. I just changed it recently, earlier this year, and no one's gotten it since then. So it's definitely some issue with the internet. Okay.
Yes, Wing says he keeps money in his PayPal account.
That's all well and good.
Cover for all this.
All right, and what I want to say is this year, the overwhelming amount of people who came to my streams and said something like this. Phil, previously, I didn't like you, or I believed all the negative nonsense about you. And I watched This Is How You Don't Play videos, and I watched detractor channels and all of that. But after all of that, at the end of the day, I wanted to give your stream an honest try. I wanted to see for myself, if I came by your streams and I watched it, how it would look, how it would be. So I did. And I actually like your content. I think that you're a fun guy or an entertaining guy or whatever it is that people like about me. Who knows? Obviously, it's subjective. I like your community you've built, the interactivity. Like just this morning, it was Tactical who said in a tip, I love the fact that you're so interactive with your viewers, that you actually talk with your viewers and have conversations, because I watch other streamers and they don't do that. You do. And they like that about my
the voices in his head say that.
Okay?
He hears voices in his head. They talk to him. That's
amazing. That's an amazing positive thing this year. Vest Street that went crazy and helped me out tremendously for 5 straight months.
They're coming to take him away.
And then on top of that,
people
coming in and checking out the streams for the very first time. Viewership generally this year is up. Support generally this year is up. Not just with tips, but subs and everything. Generally it's up. And not to say that there aren't people who come in and gift, of course, but there is growth this year on my channel, which is great. People this year, for the first time in a million years, actually took me seriously, and a lot of the things
the
that I said,
Brave, holla for the sub,
that I felt was important or informed or pertinent, and people were like, "Wow, Phil actually said something that seems very interesting, intelligent, and correct." That never would happen to me. Whatever I would say would be completely dismissed, like I'm some asshole on the internet. This year,
because you
are taking me seriously again. It kind of made me feel like back in the day when I had such a ginormous following on YouTube, and I could do an important vlog for people, and it would get 200,000 views because it would go viral and everyone would pay attention to it and give me the time of day. People are actually, at least in some regards, starting to judge things that I'm saying seriously again. Even though it's funny because then they always use that meme. I like at least actually said something very, very impertinent today or something. That's the meme, right? There's some meme about it. But the thing is, the meme is that I'm this person who shouldn't be taken seriously, but yeah, I should be taken seriously. See what I'm saying? Like, I
shouldn't be taken
meme,
seriously, dude. You're an idiot.
Blasting through that negative meme to realize that I'm not the worst person on planet Earth this year. That's a good thing, guys. It really is. You don't understand me. You think that's not a big deal. It is. I don't want to be a content creator who every stream, the only people coming to my streams are people who just want to shit on me constantly and insult me and be gross and say fucked up stuff. I want my streams
as
to
he
be
talks about shoving things up his ass and shitting in people's mouths.
I like the fact that happened to more extent this year. Like, there's actually positive growth this year in that regard. Okay?
No, girl, just cry.
Some more shout outs because I'm going to continue on with this subject matter, but some more shout outs. Let's see here. Anonymous gifter gives us up to Frog in King second. Congratulations. Dr. Tony Huge resub for 6 months at tier 3. Thank you, Tony Huge, for the resub at tier 3. Much appreciated. Django Pop Series, maybe because a lot of people are online for Thanksgiving. I don't even know what that means. Oh, he's saying the internet issues. Maybe. It could be. In fact, if you take a look now, they settled, right? It's not really happening anymore. The Red Gamer took me $7 and said, Phil has it all these days, rich and stupidly handsome and intelligent. I'm not rich. I'm definitely not stupidly handsome. And I'm not that intelligent. But I guess it's all subjective what you think.
Thank you for admitting to it.
I don't believe in any of that. Dr. Tony Huge tipped me $1.30 and says, is there a tier 2 tip goal today? Because I'm not wearing headphones for this vlogging session. Maybe the cowboy hat? Sure, why not? If we raise $200 in tips today, I'll put on the cowboy hat for the rest of the vlog. Why not? Pure Evil 420 cheers. Are you going to play a game today? Yes, when this vlog session finishes, I'm going to play Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Poorly.
Bleach number 9 tipped me $1 and never watch the tractor parodies and laugh. No, because here's why. If any of them were not mean-spirited, I probably would. The problem is, anytime I've ever tried to make an effort, you got to have something nasty
People
about
know
my wife
of
in there,
him,
who's
just not in a
completely
positive
innocent,
manner.
should never, ever be brought into anything or be made fun of because she has nothing to do with me or my content. You got to say something that's completely fake in there. You know, it's one thing to have a
lives in
running
his
meme that's a
own
joke,
little
like Phil
world,
Snorts or
dude. He
whatever.
lives in his
And
own
it's like,
little
Phil's
world.
a scammer, and Phil's a criminal and a pedophile.
So he's gotta
It's
keep
not
lying
funny.
as much as
That's
possible,
not funny. There's a difference
Mitch.
between having a running meme that's funny and something that's actually meant to hurt someone. Those are hurtful statements, and that's the shit that's
Like
constantly in their
Panda
content
Lee
because
17.
they're shitheads. They can't just do something and understand a joke versus actually trying to hurt someone. They think that hurting someone's funny. So that's why I don't watch that shit, because it's not funny. Okay? Okay. So anyway, continuing on, everybody. The Vest Streak was amazing. The Vest Streak was super positive. Nowhere near as crazy as some people thought it was, but it was very positive. It helped me out a ton this year, and I'm super grateful for that it happened. But ever since the Vest Streak ended, things are still going great on the streams. Viewership's up, contributions are up. We had those 2 giant cheers out of nowhere from one guy who said it was omnipotent boon. No, not omnipotent, overpowered boon, and someone who said it was Big B Wool. And those were giant cheers that helped me a ton. Absolutely, they helped me a ton.
Yeah, that was $6,000
subs
from 2
People
cheers.
come in and gifting subs.
$6,000.
That's helping tons. Like,
With
this
2
is all things
cheers.
that are helping tremendously.
But he's still
All
broke,
right?
guys.
This year, I
Can't afford to buy another
complain
controller.
at all about the level of support I'm getting, about anything like I can't. It's great. Everyone's doing the right thing. If anything, the problem this year is some of the big negatives that happen. The false DMCA claims that both Twitter, Twitch, they just accept them for no reason. Completely falsified, no justification for them, fake as hell, okay? And it's just so ridiculously stupid, all right, that people are granting these claims with no evidence, all right? The flip side of that is people who are doing false DMCA claims in my name. I'm not doing any DMCA claims against anyone this year at all.
Boom!
I've not issued a single
That's
DMCA
what I was
claim
waiting for.
before.
That's what I was waiting for. 1 second. Let's go back. Listen to the very specific wording from the king of semantics.
Granting these claims with no evidence, all right? The flip side of that is
Here it is, guys.
people who are doing false DMCA claims in my name. I'm not doing any DMCA claims against anyone this year.
This year. Mister, I've never tried to take anyone down before. That was all machinima. I've never tried to take anyone down this year. King of semantics there being like, this year, guys. Are you sure last year? Oh yeah, sure I did it in 2018, 19, and 17, and 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. But this year, I haven't, guys. Probably because you paid Superhound Media to do it for you. Just, the king of semantics of this year. Way to be a bitch.
All. I've not issued a single DMCA takedown in 2020. But so
again, in 2020, being very specific, I never did it this year. I never did it in 2020. What about 2019 or 18 or 17? We know you've tried to take down Snort Banel. We got the DMs.
Twitter account shut down or suspended. YouTube account shut down or suspended. Twitch, I guess Twitch. Someone said Twitch as well. And it's not me. It's people who just took my public information and falsified it. You know, said it was me and put in these claims. And here's the thing. All right.
There's a gated community and a $250,000 condo.
It kind of has come back to bite some people in the ass. And I'm not saying that I condone it or support it. I don't want anyone ever to be taken down by a false DMCA claim.
Secret, of
but
course.
let's be real here. Ever since I moved to Washington State in 2014, every shithead on the internet has taken every opportunity to dox me whenever they can. My address was doxed 2 days after I moved here. My phone number was doxed the moment that I registered a website with GoDaddy.com. Okay? When someone found somewhere on the internet, they found out an old password of mine because there was a password dump. There was a website that I had registered for a million years ago. It was a Lord of the Rings online game that I bought for my PC in the mid-2000s, before I'd ever been a content creator. I was trying to run it on my gaming PC back then. It wouldn't work, and I had to register for their forums in order to actually get help, support to get this to work on my PC.
So I made a dummy account,
Darkside Phil, and I used a generic password that I had used at that point for a lot of passwords, okay? Well, today I don't use that password anymore, but 6-7 years ago I did. So there's a lot of accounts that I had in my name under Darkside Phil with that password, and one of them was actually like my phone accounts and stuff. Some shithead went into my internet account, which was, you know, old as shit, 6.5 years old or whatever. They went in there with this dumped password and went in there and fucked with all my stuff. They found out my home phone number. They fucked with my internet. See what I mean? So this is all stuff that normal people don't have to worry about. Who the fuck is ever going to get doxxed for this stuff? But here's the thing. I didn't put
Yes, he's done the doxing.
I didn't put
my phone
others
number doing it. It's him
I didn't
doing
put
it
my private
every
emails
single
on the internet.
time.
Trolls did. Okay? All of a sudden in 2020, some malicious party is using the information they put on the internet to fuck them. So I don't condone it. I don't want any of the DMCA takedowns to happen. I want it to stop. I wish there was a way I could stop it, but it seems like I'm not involved in this process at all. There's no way. I'm not involved. When YouTube actually does contact me about it, I respond and say, it's not me.
This is afraid of Evil AJ hiding in the bushes,
when I get notices
dude.
from Twitter, it's only when the thing's
Evil
already
AJ
taken down.
hiding in
I
the
have no
bushes.
recourse to stop the process, okay? But isn't it ironic that the same motherfuckers who wanted to make my life a living hell and doxed all my private information are now having that information that's been made public used against them for false DMCA takedowns? Well, maybe if you weren't immature shitheads and put all my fucking information on the internet every moment you could, this wouldn't be happening to you. But you fucked it up.
You
You're
did
a bunch
it.
of immature idiots, and it came back to
You
bite you
kept
in
putting
fucking
the
ass.
information
That's
out there.
karma, okay? But again, I don't want that stuff happening. If anything, let these people get taken down for legitimate reasons, not false DMCA takedown, because I also am the subject of them. I would never, ever do that to anyone else because I'm affected by it. I know how bad it is. I would never do that to anyone else. But karma's a fucking bitch, isn't it? Anyway, this year, DMCA has been a huge issue for everyone. Me in particular. My streams on Twitch have been taken down 3 times.
Oh, bring some
Actually, was it 4?
eye
Actually, it might have
candy
been
to
4.
try
It's
to
either 3 or
cancel out
4.
the
I can't
fact that
remember.
you
I
had
lost
the
count. It
pig
happened
roach
so many
right
times.
there.
Every time for fake shit. Never was it legit. It was always completely fake bullshit.
Some very
Okay?
nice eye candy.
That's not good. All right? That's a huge loophole. My Twitter account, banner, avatar, taken down. I had a selfie I took with my fucking phone, put it on my Twitter account, and got taken down for false DMCA. It's a fucking selfie I just took on my fucking phone. And it gets pulled off. It's like, what the fuck? Seriously, it's like insane. But there's nothing I can do
Hey,
about
Kumo, how you
the
doing?
DMCA system is so broken on the internet for every business that
I said
it seems like
Kumo,
no one is
not
safe,
Google.
okay?
Shut up.
Now,
Hey, Google. Stop.
that being said, all right, at the very least, and you know, I almost never say anything positive about YouTube. You guys know this.
Go,
I almost
karma.
never, ever say anything positive about YouTube. Ever. All right? But the one positive thing about YouTube
A little bit.
is that they have not granted these false DMCA takedowns. I guarantee you, absolutely, there have been false takedowns against my YouTube. There's no way this person who's doing it would have done it against my Twitter and my Twitch and not against my YouTube channel. All right? But YouTube has instituted something to stop it. They've actually instituted a process by which now they require
Hey,
more
Google.
information. If you're
Tell
actually
me a
trying to
joke.
take someone down, they ask you for your license ID. Like they want you to actually scan. What am I picking this up for? They want you to scan your driver's license or whatever and provide it to them to prove you are who you're saying you are. So because of that extra step that YouTube has instituted,
It's not
I haven't
patchy,
had
dude. It's white hairs.
a single
It's
incident
clearly
of something bad
patchy.
going on YouTube this year with that stuff because of it. That's at least good that YouTube took the extra step. When the fuck are Twitter and Twitch going to do that? Because they need to, all right? And that's for everyone's sake. That's not just for mine. This year, DMCA has been a giant issue for everyone on the internet. My trolls alike, as well as me. This needs to stop. The whole thing needs to fucking stop.
It needs to
Someone
stop,
shouldn't be able to just take someone's
dude.
publicly doxed information, impersonate a person with no evidence it's really them, and now it's all granted blanket. That's insanity. That's stupidity. That's fucking terrible, and it needs to be fixed, okay? Now, in particular, one of the biggest things that's negatively affecting my business right now are all these chargebacks. All right, we've got a person or persons, because at this point I'm actually questioning if it's all the same person or if other people are doing it too. What they're doing is they're buying stolen credit card information off the internet. You can go right now to certain places on the web that are not legal, called the dark web, and you can spend money to buy a slew of stolen credit
It's
card numbers.
probably not anywhere
And
near
what this
that
person
hard.
is doing is they're coming in every day, all right, and they are doing fake tips. What they're doing is they're impersonating people who are regulars to the stream, people who normally would contribute, okay? So because they're doing that, all right, it looks like I'm making good money and everything, and we're doing, oh my god, I hit the vest goal or whatever. And then days, weeks, months later, sometimes it's 3-4 months later, I get charged back. And that means the money's gone. And by the way, I won't go into massive detail about this because
As he goes
to
into
be
massive
actually
detail about
100%
it, dude, he's
transparent
gotta.
with this it actually would hurt people. If people actually understood the full way that PayPal works, it would actually hurt content creators. So I'm not going to do that. All I'm going
Of
to
course,
tell you is
he only
chargebacks are
does it
messy.
accidentally,
And
dude.
even a lot of people are like, oh, chargeback's not a big deal. That's just money you never really had. No, there's a lot of shit involved. A lot of people don't realize there's things involved, fees and things that could mess up your PayPal account with chargebacks. Okay, and a lot of people don't understand that. So you could have someone potentially fucking up someone's PayPal account because they're giving them so many fake tips, and then there's chargebacks that put that account into the red. There's fees that are involved that steal your money. All right, so this is a huge thing. In fact, right now, business-wise for me,
I have
this is the biggest
not,
thing.
Kumo.
I
That
need to, on a
sounds
daily
messed
basis,
up.
when this guy or people are coming in and doing these fake tips, I need to identify them, immediately shut them down from tipping further, and then refund it immediately. That's the best way to handle it. Because if I wait and it happens later,
Well, it's a good thing you got, what, 3 PayPal accounts, so if one of them does get
back,
shut down.
That's bad.
You have 2 more as backups.
Oh, God, this is a legal proceeding, and now, you know what I mean? It's not good. It's just not good. Let's put it that way, okay? So, it's an issue. It's not something that, and I apologize to you guys, because it's so stupid, because I have to deal with this on a live stream. You guys will notice me going over here, and I'm clicking, oh, okay, and I'm typing, because I have to log into my PayPal account and start checking tips to see if tips are real or not, because if they're not, I have to refund them immediately, or else there's trouble around the corner. If it's someone who's doing a bunch of fake tips, I have to block them from tipping, so they can't keep tipping under that name. It's a fucking mess. It's a terrible, terrible mess.
I've never heard of another streamer have to
but
deal with
as
any
long as
of
people
this.
keep doing this, I have to deal with it. It's just another thing, another hurdle. All right, I like to feel that now I got a better handle on it. If you haven't noticed, there's no tip notifications anymore. I have to leave the tip notifications off. There's nothing I can do about it, because if someone does a fake tip like that and they say something absolutely disgusting about a family member or something that, I can get in trouble on Twitch for disgusting, gross language. And obviously I don't want shit spammed all over my content that's negative stuff about people or my family members or anything. So it sucks that there was a big negative effect on my streams because of this, and it's ongoing. It hasn't solved itself. There doesn't seem to be a solution besides me handling it manually every day. I want to say thank you to those of you who understood what's going on and understand there's nothing I can do about it. I know it's derailing to the stream. There's not much I can do about it. I just have to deal with it. Okay? And thank you for those who are patient, who understand when you see me doing it. Why is Phil clicking around? What's he doing? That's what I'm doing. That's what I have to do.
You're playing WWE
Sadly,
Champions.
okay?
Maybe.
I'm hoping long term there will be a solution to it, but right now there just is none. All right? So thanks for understanding. All right? Now, what I want to talk about is the present and the moving forward in the future, which is going to look pretty good. All right? Which is going to be a positive segment here. But first, we got to do shout outs. The fuck's going on?
I love this. I can see the credit card information, dude. I can see your credit card number to make sure it's real.
Let's see here.
No, I can't
Shout
do
out to
that.
Dalboff who cheered.
Ooh, way to admit that you're doxing
I already read
people.
that. Never mind. Thank you, Dalboff, for the cheer. So Dr. Tony Huge did another big ass tip. Ginormous tip. Thank you very much,
It's that
sir.
pig roach luck there.
It's an $81
It's that
tip.
pig roach luck.
Which means we have doubled the tips goal, and that means I'm going to get the cowboy hat as I told you guys I would do. As silly as it is to wear the cowboy hat on Thanksgiving, I'm going to do it. Let me go get it. Okay?
Gotta have those pajama pants on, dude. Professional.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Tony Huge, for all the support today.
Was
Amazing.
that?
Thank you. Django Pops Series said, props to staying strong and positive despite being the most hated and ridiculed content creator on Twitch and YouTube. I don't believe that. I would say, I hate to say it, people like Wings of Redemption and even LTG at this point, I think are way more hated than I am. And that's what I mean. Like this year, I feel it's been positive in that regard. I feel bad that there's guys like that who are really shat on constantly. At least I get a reprieve, and I've had a lot of positivity this year. I don't feel that they have. Okay? Let's see here. An anonymous gifter gifted us up to FL Gibson. Congratulations, FL Gibson. Shady JK 2. No, Shady J2K. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Shady J2K. An anonymous gifter gifted us up to Jethro's Main. Congrats, Jeff Main. Rusty Shackleford tipped me $15 and says, had a really hard evening and night last night. I don't feel up to anything today. That aside, today's a new day for everyone who celebrates a happy Thanksgiving. Nice thing to say, Rusty Shackleford, and of course, thank you for the tip. Appreciate that. Excuse me. An anonymous gifter gifted us up to Hydrocarbon 1. Congratulations, Hydrocarbon 1. An anonymous gifter.
Oathkeeper, no joke. He literally rolls out of bed.
Congratulations to Shopping Curve.
Waddles on the hallway.
TDFJ
Starts
took
to
me
stream.
$4.20. So good day, homie.
It's not like he gets up early, makes himself a good breakfast, uses the facilities.
Relax Pimp tip $4.
No.
So happy
Wakes up
Thanksgiving,
at
bro. I want to say
10,
thanks for DSP.
Waddles on the hallway, sits down.
Your parents says
starts
I
at
have beef with
10:15.
someone I've never even heard of. I don't, so I'm not even going to address that. But thank you for the tip. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Pray for Rock, and another anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Caught a Fade. Lots of anonymous gifted subs today. Very nice. Okay. All
Gotta
right.
protect our identities from you,
on,
asshole.
Let's talk now about current status of my streams in the future. Current status of my streams, they're better than ever. Like, I'm so positive. I got the PS5, thank God. And again, that's something huge this year that I have to say thank you. A bunch of people got a PS5 because we were all streaming. I was here streaming Batman Arkham City, and a person came into the stream and said, the link just hit for Amazon pre-orders for PS5. Everyone do it now. We all did it together, and we all got a PS5. That happened as a direct result of the positivity of the community of my streams. We all benefited because of that.
Hey, Jesse.
And that's a huge thing. I think it was actually about a dozen people or more who we all ordered at the very same time, and we all got PS5s because of it. So that's giant. Seriously, that's a huge thing. That's a positive thing. I'm so happy not only that I get it, but so many other people were able to get it as well as a result of everyone sharing on my stream. That's awesome, dude.
Sharing means caring.
Thank you.
Caring means
very much
sharing.
to everyone who's added positively to the streams this year. I just wanted to call that out. But the current streams, dude, I'm playing all the new games on PS5. I'm having a blast. All right. Everyone else is having a blast. Everyone's having a great time with my streams and telling me that the streams are really good right now. And I appreciate that you guys are tuning into the streams every day. You guys are enjoying the streams every day, and contributing to the streams every day. Seriously, I mean it. Like, thank you so very, very, very much for the ongoing positivity and support. The future's bright. Right now, I'm playing 5 to 6 games. Once those are done, there's other games to play. Cyberpunk is right around the corner. I'm going to play the Sackboy game. I'm considering playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity at some point. We got other stuff slated for next year already. There's great games already lined up to come up early next year. And the PlayStation 5 has been such a ginormous...
Yes, effort and personality, unlike DSP, who has no personality.
Positive thing. Seriously. There's so many great games coming out, and the PS5 loading great. The graphics are looking good. If you guys didn't notice,
hey,
the quality of my streams is different. I upgraded the quality of my streams to account for 60 frames per second, right? So pretty damned awesome, and I'm very happy for that, and I appreciate that very much. All right. As for it's so dark in here now. Hold on a second. I gotta turn my lamp back on. I got freaking dark in here. What the hell's going on? I'm just gonna turn the lamp on maximum. This is getting ridiculous. I can't even see myself in my fucking PC. Okay, that's so goddamn dark. All right, so what's coming in 2021?
He's gonna hate Cyberpunk.
All right,
guys, there's nudity in it. There's sex. There's women. Can't play a game with women in it, dude.
Not a good chair.
Gotta be nothing but 100% big, strong, muscly men.
It's very low to the ground, and because of that, I can't even firmly plant my feet on the ground. Like, they're too high, so I end up folding my legs and stuff. It's not a super comfortable chair for gaming. It's just not. This chair's got to go. I got to get a new chair. Like, first things first next year.
Well, then,
okay?
buy one with the tens of thousands of dollars you've gotten.
All right? This is what I'm hoping. Is that 2021 will keep going as well as this year has gone. All right? Because if it does, if the things stay positive, I get the level of support I got now, that means that 2021, I could likely make some very big improvements to my streams that I've wanted to do for years and haven't been able to afford. Notably, getting a new laptop, because this laptop is on its last legs. This laptop barely works anymore, and I need to be able to monitor the streams. I need to be able to see you guys chatting, do shout-outs. This laptop is crapping the fuck out, so I definitely want to see if I can get a new laptop. And the thing is, I want a cheap one. I don't want an expensive laptop. I just want one.
And again,
for looking at streams,
$270 for a Chromebook. That's all he needs.
That's it. That's all I want to be able to do during a stream.
$270. That's all he needs. But no, guys, he can't afford it, guys.
But I basically...
He can't afford it.
Is not working. I need to get a better chair, and I need to get a better laptop. Those are like the two things that absolutely need to be improved. Okay?
Demon's Souls is going to be the first game I play on PS5.
A new PC.
Cyberpunk probably be the second game I play on PS5.
Constantly.
Then it probably goes to Tsushima.
I don't turn it off. I'm serious. I don't turn it off. If I turn that PC off, I can't even turn it back on properly. It doesn't. If you tell it to restart, it just turns off permanently and won't turn back on. You need
because you didn't take care of it. You don't update the drivers. You don't do anything with it. When's the last time you used the air duster to blow it out? Oh, look at that. I got one. No, wait, no, I got two. I have two air dusters right next to me. You know why? Because I clean my shit. Unlike you. Wow, that may have been a little louder than I thought, guys. Sorry about that.
It's got issues.
Didn't think it was going to be that loud.
Good. It streams everything I need to do. You guys can see the quality works. It's fine. But I need to get a new PC that's going to be dependable, that's going to be better quality.
Money's gone, dude. Went right to my bills.
What I want to do is 1080p frames per second. I can't do that. I try to do that on that one, and it all gets all choppy, and the processor maxes out and shit. I need a better computer. All right, I just need another one. I do. I need a better computer that's going to be more reliable. This one's been run ragged, worked to the bone for 6 years. I need a new computer. That's what I'm definitely looking to do sometime next year.
Oh, yeah, and there's Spider-Man. Goddamn, I want to play Spider-Man 2.
If possible, okay?
There's so many good games coming out. I still got to use... Ooh, I should get Torchlight 2 finished, hopefully, today.
Then, I would like to improve my stream setup here. Since I'll have a new chair and everything upgraded, all the hardware now upgraded, I'd like to implement a green screen setup. But that's the thing. I'm not going to jump the gun and implement a green screen when I'm still using the shitty chair that I can't use it for much longer. When my PC could die at any moment because it's fucking old. There's no point in trying to institute these giant changes. All right? I want to do a green screen setup. Absolutely. I've listened to you guys now scream about it for how many years. I want to do it. But I need to get to that level first. Now, one of the things that I want to do personally, but I haven't heard a lot of screaming for, is a new webcam. A lot of people are saying, yes, my webcam's not a full HD webcam, and they wish the quality was better, but it's not a giant deal. They would actually prefer if I upgraded my stream quality and everything before I worry about the webcam. That's another thing that definitely. So I would say the order would be new chair, new laptop are the two priorities. Once that's done, look to get a new PC.
Too bad YouTube would not allow that or that. Oh,
green screen.
Man, YouTube would get me in trouble for that.
That's kind of the order I'm looking at. Now, again, this is all hinging on things staying as good as they are. If something happens behind the scenes and I get screwed over and some crazy shit that I wasn't expecting, if some bad thing happens and I have to drop thousands of dollars for it for no reason, if people hit me with false claims, if this level of support on the streams goes down for whatever reason, any of those things happen, then sadly those things may not happen. But I want to stay a positive person. All right? A lot of positive things have happened to me in 2020. All right?
Could be,
and
fangirl.
I'm grateful for them. By the way, the final segment of this vlog I'm about to get to is what I'm grateful for this year. And I got a lot to be grateful for in 2020. Okay?
Money.
So,
and of course,
please
money.
understand, I'm not
Don't
trying
forget
to
the
say,
money.
oh God, everything's going to fall apart. I'm going to be some kind of a negative jerk. All right? At the same time, my life is a series.
Katy Bear. You don't know
of
who Katy
peaks
Bear
and
is?
valleys, like a sound wave that goes up and
Or
down.
K-Bear.
Sometimes
I'm
you get
sorry.
to a high, and then all of a sudden you get hit
K-Bear.
by something and you go down to a low. And this is how my life has been. All right. This year, I was at a low with the bankruptcy and everything looking like it might not go. Then all of a sudden it went through, and we got the high of the vestry. Then all of a sudden, false DMCA claims, chargebacks on tips and everything. But then all of a sudden, I got a PS5. Streams are going good again. You see what I mean? So this is my life, and I'm hoping that because now things are getting good again, it's not gonna go. What's the next thing to go down? I'm dreading it, but I'm trying to stay positive and say maybe there won't be. Maybe there won't be a low. Maybe I'll actually just have normalcy, which is what
Nothing normal ever happened with you,
normalcy.
DSP.
Because the
Never.
bankruptcy went through, I don't have all that financial shit weighing down on me anymore. Okay. If we could
Do
just
it,
get to a level of
Crusader.
normalcy where I don't have to worry about crazy shit every day.
Make sure you go on
and we can say, wow,
Twitter and all that so you can promote it.
Playing games fun and consistent.
And I
Great
can promote
stream.
it for you as
Phil can
well.
Contribute to the streams. Now Phil can improve his setup. Look at this for the first time in years. Phil's improving things around. This is great. This is all excellent. And this is the first time I've ever been able to sit here, right here, on
Yes,
Thanksgiving
everything's gonna be
for the
about
last
money.
6
It's gonna be all
fucking
about
years.
money.
And be able to say,
Money.
you, ladies and gentlemen, the
Money.
future looks bright, and I hope that we
And
can
that's
stay the
it.
course. This is amazing. This has been, for me, such a life-changing year, and I mean that, guys. Okay, so now let's get to the final section here where I'm going to tell you guys what I'm thankful for. All right, it's probably the most important section of this vlog. But first, a few shout-outs. Lunabuzz here and tipped $5. Thank you, Lunabuzz, for the $5 tip. Django Pops also tipped me $22 and says, for some clown, they cheered a name close to mine and tried to get get him in trouble. Here's to make up for that wasted time. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you in chat. Trolls can go fuck themselves. All right, well, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Catwoman.
That's $27 more tips. Jesus, guys, thank you for the support today. This is crazy. Thank you so much. Okay, so.
And Jin, you can't forget the Jin, dude.
PC shit because you never restarted it? No. I don't restart it because it doesn't restart because it's fucked up. I did used to restart it.
$250 he's made in tips alone.
And an anonymous gifter now gifted a sub to Elite Shadow Ninja. Congratulations to Elite Shadow Ninja on the gifted sub. Okay.
$250 just in tips.
Let's talk about
But
what
he's
I'm very
broke,
thankful for.
guys.
First and foremost.
Okay,
and I
I
feel
see
that
Taco
everything
Bell,
I even talked about,
McDonald's,
this is the
Burger
most
King,
important.
Sonic.
The health of my family
all the
is more important to me
fast
than
food,
anything else.
dude.
The fact that this year we had a worldwide pandemic. I have parents who have pre-existing conditions and are elderly, and I told you the reason I went to visit them last year very much so was because they might pass away in the next few years if their conditions get any worse. I'm very lucky that it has not, and I am incredibly lucky and grateful that they're. I'm tearing up now. I'm incredibly happy that they stayed healthy.
Tearing up my
I'm so
ass.
worried, guys. You don't even know because my dad has to go to work still. He was at that age where he can retire. He's at the very
He's
end of
on his
retirement.
deathbed,
And
guys.
every
He's
once
going
in
to
a while,
die
he
soon.
works from
By the
home
way, he
most
goes
of
to
the
work
time.
every day.
All right. But he has to go to work. And every time he goes to work, I get terrified that he's going to get sick. And, I don't want my parents to pass away because of this fucking thing. And I hope you guys understand that this year,
He's
when
on
I talked
death's
about
door.
coronavirus, and I urged you
Works every
time, I
day.
said, please stay home. Please wear a mask. Please listen. This is why. Because there's people out there who are very much at risk, and they don't deserve to get sick and die because people just want to have fun, and they want to gather, and they want to have their parties. Oh, well, it's a 99% survival rate. Well, my parents are the 1% who are going to die, guys. And I'm so grateful
give me
that they
all your
survived
money
this year.
to make up for it.
This is a year I thought this could have been the worst year of my life because of this. And they're okay. They got sick this year, but not coronavirus, thank God. They got colds and everything, but they didn't get coronavirus. Thank God. So thank you to those who are listening and are not spreading the virus around. And I'm so grateful that my parents
The
are
parents they just
focused,
hated
all right? My
ever
wife
since he was, 12
works
because they didn't
retail.
buy him a
She's on the
toy?
front lines of this every day. She's exposed to hundreds of people who walk into the store where she works who won't listen, who won't wear the mask, who are coughing everywhere. It's insane. People who go in there that are criminals, they're stealing. Do you think they abide by the fucking rules? Of course not. They don't give two shits. And she stayed healthy this year. I'm so grateful that my wife is such a diligent and intelligent and smart person that she did everything possible to keep herself healthy this year. And she did. Should she get sick? Of course. Everyone got sick. Didn't get coronavirus because she's been listening. She's doing everything.
I don't think he cares about the money that mommy gives them.
Wearing the mask, staying distant. I'm so grateful that my family has stayed healthy this year when a lot of people were not that fortunate. All right. That's the most important thing out of everything is your loved ones being healthy. All right. So many times this year I was terrified that something was going to happen and it didn't. And I'm very, very, very grateful. Whoever made that happen, I'm very grateful. I don't know if there was some voodoo going on or if there is a God out there or whatever, but this could have been a very, very bad year, and it wasn't. And I'm very, very happy for that. These are actually tears of joy that everyone in my life is okay, all right? Now I got to try to stop crying like a baby. Okay, hold on. Let me compose myself here. All right. Thank you to Bleach number 9 for $1 tip.
Holy shit.
No Cap's not getting back on the stream.
Just saw this on
Technical
Twitter, guys. 1
70
second.
to me $8. So let's try
Just saw this on Twitter. Go to YouTube and search naked yoga. This stream's gonna get demonetized, whatever. Well, they'll demonetize me making money off of ads, but then YouTube will still add ads to it because that's what YouTube's been doing now with the new algorithm. But like whatever ads that might have been put on here, I'm not gonna get any money off of. Because he's showing girls. He's showing very lovely ladies. Search naked yoga on YouTube. This video may be inappropriate for some users. This video is not in any way supporting or encouraging any sexual behavior or sexual gratification. This video is meant for educational documentary purposes only. Just straight up nude. Wow. But I'm going to get yelled at by YouTube for having the lovely ladies join us.
Thank you, Technical. And Randy, Butternut tipped me $4. He said, Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13 more in tips.
Of course, Crusader.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Now, what else?
So he only cares about the money he might
guys,
lose.
I'm grateful that the law prevailed this year when it came to my bankruptcy. I'm very grateful that I hired someone as a bankruptcy lawyer who wanted to listen to the facts and didn't want to listen to the bullshit that everyone said about me. I'm very grateful that the officials who were involved in the decision-making process of my bankruptcy actually listened to the facts when I presented them and did not believe crazy conspiracy theories that were completely unsubstantiated because they just weren't true. I'm very happy.
Like you have a cat? That's a crazy conspiracy, dude, that you own a cat.
Because there were a chance that, because like I said, I've lost opportunities in my life, sponsorships in the life.
Yeah, cat one, now we got Black Cat.
Straits I'm in is because I can't get sponsorships because those sponsors don't want to deal with me because of the trolling. The trolling did not ruin the bankruptcy, thank God. It made it much harder, but it didn't ruin it. So I'm very grateful that the legal system worked
and gave you
and
a huge windfall
on my feet and on the road to financial recovery. That if I didn't get that bankruptcy, I never would have gotten out of it. I mean it. I never would have gotten out of this. It would have just been ruined for the rest of my life. I don't even know how I would have gotten out of it. Okay. In addition to that, I'm incredibly grateful to every one of you who attended my streams this year, whether it was one stream or every one of them, whether it was only a certain kind of game, whether it was you were hanging out with me just because you like me and, you just wanted to have a good time on stream. It wasn't about the games. Whatever the reason, thank you for hanging out with me this year. This year, 2020, was super positive for me. I had so much fun with games this year with you guys. I hope you guys know that, how much fun I've had. I'm still having. I mean, I'm covering all these new games on PS5. It's such an awesome experience. And I'm
monetization limited. Gee, I wonder why. It couldn't be the lovely ladies.
Streams, not for drama, not for hate, but because they actually like the content.
But there'll still be ads.
Like the streams. My God,
I'm saying that they'll still put ads on these videos.
The Vest Street,
but it'd be nothing but YouTube
gets. I already told you about some of the things that happen behind the scenes. That if that Vest Street hadn't happened,
all right, sorry, rant time. They announced with the new algorithm, it's like, oh, you don't qualify for monetization. We're still going to put ads on your videos. Oh, we demonetize this video for you because it's inappropriate. We're still going to put ads on it because now we get 100% of the ads. So it makes me wonder how long until they go, well, why would we share the ad revenue? Why would we put ads on Dr. Disrespect's videos or PewDiePie's videos? It's like, well, we get 80%, he gets 20%. Well, why not put it on this video and get 100%? Why not put it on that video and get 100%? I can see that coming real quick.
Oh, what would happen? How I would have afforded stuff. Thank you. Sorry, I'm snoring now because my voice needed a little drip kick because I was crying. Thank you guys for the support this year. Unprecedented. I never expected in a million years I would get that level of support that I did this year. All right? And it changed things it turned things from the bankruptcy being granted and then the Vest Street.
Well, you got to go get that long dart that he talked about.
Negative to positive for me. Okay? And I'm so grateful for that. All right? And I'm grateful for those of you who are out there and you put up with the trolling. There's so many people this year who said, Phil, it really sucks because I like your content, but I'm getting trolled. That's not fair to you guys. It's not. Just because you're watching my content, that shouldn't make you a target for someone.
Yeah, they have to buy $100 worth of cat food every month, but he doesn't have a cat.
I'm watching someone's content, and now someone's going to hurt me just because I'm watching. What? These people are not in their sound mind. We've talked about this many times this year. At this point, the level that these people go, not only to hurt me,
but just back March is like, there's no...
It's insane. It's the level of insanity.
I'm not kidding about the naked
who actually have
naked yoga on YouTube,
don't do that
dude.
stuff. It's only people who are nuts. So you have to understand that's the level of people now you're dealing with.
For several months,
you
denied the corona, and all of a sudden, it's like,
sadly, were
wait a minute,
or had negative things
I can
happen
cry about
because
this.
they contributed to a stream of mine.
Guys, corona's not real because I want to cry and beg for it.
I am. Because you understand a lot of people, they would be scared by that. But there's people who are like, no, I like Phil. I like his content. It's not his fault that these people are crazy. And I'm still going to support him. And I appreciate that. There's people who stick it to those people and say, I got private message on Twitch saying not to support Phil, so fuck you. Now I'm going to support him even more. I'm grateful for that. That's the attitude. The attitude of being told you can't do something. You're not good at something. Don't do it. And flipping that on its head, that's what the King of Hate moniker means. That all those people who hate on me and say I don't deserve success, I'm no good, and flipping that and say, fuck you. I use that as motivation to succeed every single day. And seeing people
right into the microphone, thank you.
By scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support me and come out and say, no, we're not giving up on Phil. That's ridiculous. He didn't do anything wrong. These are messed up people who need to learn. Phil ain't going anywhere. So we're going to support his content no matter what. I'm very grateful for that. Understand that any of you who went through that kind of shit this year, I'm there with you, and I'm grateful that you stuck it out, and I'm very appreciative of it. I know you don't deserve that shit, and that's fucked up, but we're in this together. I feel like this whole life experience is something that we're going through together these last 12 years, right? And you've seen me grow over the last 12 years. You've seen my highs and lows of my life. You see what I go through on a daily basis. And I feel like, I'm there to support you guys. I don't want you to go through that shit. And, I apologize, obviously, publicly, that anyone would ever be affected by that kind of shit. Please do your due diligence. If you're going to watch someone as a content creator, if you're going to support a content creator, protect your private info. Do whatever you can do to protect your private
as he
info,
doxes you anyways.
People will use it against you in ways you never foresee. If anything I've learned in the 12 years I've been a content creator, people will use that shit to hurt you no matter what. Even if you think it's the most innocuous little thing that has nothing to do with anything, they will find a way. Do not use your real info on the internet.
I say there's no organic growth coming from him. It's all gifted subs and shit.
Too many people have
and
Facebook,
3 whales
showing
up to donate everything.
That's nuts. That's fucking insane. People will ruin your life, man. Okay? So thank you to those who went through that shit this year and are still here to support me on a daily basis. Okay? Thank you to anyone who contributed in any way. Whether it was a view, a dollar tip, a cheer, a sub, donating something to the streams of the business, it's all appreciated. I'm here because of you. This is a crowd-funded deal. This is not Phil sponsored by Sony and got everything here for free.
So yeah, DSP's does all the documents, so we don't have to.
He's the golden boy content creator, and every game publisher loves
credit
him,
card numbers
and he has
and
$1
the
million
names.
contract behind the scenes with Twitch to stream. That's not me. I'm here because of you. You out there who support me. It's your crowdfunding that keeps me
Let's
here.
go some
If you
X-Men.
like what I do, give yourself a pat on the back if you've contributed. Because I'm doing this because of you. You understand? You made this possible. And I'm grateful because of that. Because your crowdfunding this year showed that you wanted me to succeed. The vestry, the support you're giving me, these are signs that you like what I do as a person and as a content creator, and you want to see it continue. You're the reason. I've said the only way that I would ever be defeated and have to go away is if people didn't support me anymore. And that's never happened. And I am so appreciative of that you guys stand by me no matter what, okay? Shout out to JK Scotty, who tipped me $10. Say happy Thanksgiving, man. Thanks for the content over all these years. Thank you, JK Scotty. Mayhost 007 resale for 15 months in a row. Said thanks for all the emotions you share with us. Stay positive and keep doing great content. Thank you. Melody Zelda. Just gifted us up to Yes Jasper Agrees. Thanks for the gifted sub.
Yes, Jasper agrees, dude.
$5.
He agrees. You, Lean Manuel Band.
I've always been supporting you, watching videos, and thanks for giving me a chance to being a mod. I'm proud and honored to be a DSP mod.
Well, first we had the pre-stream. Then we get this, which is
all right. Now,
right at the 1.5 hour mark, but it's
I'm also thankful,
long.
and this doesn't, obviously, you guys don't see it, all right? Because
you guys don't see the behind-the-scenes stuff of me
house
playing WWE Champion.
I'm so grateful for my wife, Kat. She has no idea how much of a positive influence she is in my life. She turned my life around at a time many years ago when I was at one of my lowest lows ever. I didn't know how I was going to go on. She does so many things behind the scenes you guys don't know about to show how much she loves me and she supports me on a daily basis. And you guys don't see it because the bottom line is if I started talking to you guys about all of this stuff publicly,
I do not.
It would hurt us. People would be trolling us. People would be trying to use it to hurt us. So I don't mention, the one thing you guys hear is what a good cook she is. That's the one thing you guys hear because people always ask me every day, what is she making for dinner? Right now, she might be cooking dinner because we got so much she's cooking. Turkey, stuffing, sweet potato casserole, mac and cheese, cranberry sauce, and then rolls. And after that, we're going to you know how much work that takes?
Don't forget all that food he's talking
you
about.
Just tossing it in the oven because it's pre-made up. It still takes a ton of work.
Bam.
She works her butt off. You know,
Yeah, stick it in the oven
this
and you're
house,
done.
Be a nice house, a clean house. Not saying I don't always clean. I do clean things when I can, but I'm always in the office streaming. You guys see how often I am in here broadcasting.
In the office 8 hours a day.
Keep stuff together.
That means 16 hours a day left for you to clean, and you don't do it.
She is, because she helps me so much with support and everything. You know, you have no idea. And again, without getting too much into it, all right, without getting too much into our private life, which I definitely don't want to talk about, because sadly people will always use it against us. I know that now after 12 years of content creation. You reveal as little as possible, right? She's the best wife I could have ever asked for. She's the love of my life. She
cooks and she cleans. That's all I need,
spend
dude.
the rest of my life with her. And another thing you guys got to understand, as I said, I'm so grateful because this is the first Thanksgiving I'm really sitting down in 6 years and looking at the future and saying the future looks bright. I get to spend that future with her.
Really? The future's so bright you gotta wear shades?
Yeah, I'm with someone who loves me and gets me, and I love her, and we get to spend this time together. Now, undoubtedly, I would love to spend more time with her. I would like it eventually, long term. Maybe I don't have to stream 6 days a week full time. I can spend more time with her. But I'm so happy. You guys have to understand, right now, this moment that I'm sitting here, right now with all of you, is the happiest moment of my life. Because I'm living my life with a beautiful family that loves me. Things are looking good for the future. This is the best moment of my life. Every moment that I live is the best moment of my life. That's something a lot of people can't say. And that's what I'm really grateful for, guys.
Shit, where did
I am.
that?
Thank you so much. 2020 was a year when everything could have gone wrong. And did go wrong for a lot of people. And I'll also say this. Please understand something.
Where the
Just
hell
because
did it
you're
save
healthy,
to?
just because you're safe, just because things are going good for you, doesn't mean it's that way for everyone else. A lot of people had a really bad year this year. Coronavirus just in itself ruined a lot of people's lives and ended a lot of people's lives. Okay? And you have to understand that. And you have to be sympathetic, empathetic, whatever the word
Closest I can find on Google for
you have to understand that, because it's not nice to gloat. And especially when I hear people say, oh, well, I can do whatever I want with coronavirus because I'm young and I'm healthy.
I wouldn't touch that with a
die,
10-foot pole there,
99% of
Taylor.
people will survive.
We all know he
You
doesn't
lost
clean.
multiple family members this year. You have to understand that.
We have a
all
goatee.
When you are
It's not have a
thankful for
goatee, it's
everything
white
you have to have,
hairs.
or you have
He's
to
losing
also
his hair. He's
understand
balding
the big picture and
quickly.
understand that not
But
everyone
doesn't
is
want to
fucking
admit
you.
it.
And you have to be nice to those fucking people. And you have to be understanding to those people. Because for you to just be happy that you're successful and then you shit on everyone else is not a good way to go through life. For me, I've now realized in my life that it's about everyone.
worthless?
It's not just about me, all right? It's not just about my direct family. It's about everyone gets success together. Like I said, you guys crowdfund me. So if you didn't crowdfund me, I wouldn't be successful.
Crowdfund, you mean
but
beg.
for that, you have to be successful too, or else I can't be crowdfunded. You see what I'm saying? Like, it all goes hand in hand. Everyone wants to be happy, and everyone deserves happiness. So when you're sitting here on Thanksgiving and say, wow, I'm thankful for all the shit that I have, you have to also be understanding that not everyone has it as good as you. And
so you should give me
every
more
once in a while,
money.
maybe you should go out of your way to go help someone else, to donate to a charity or whatever. Do it if you can, all right? And again, that's not something that I do publicly. I'm not going to tell you what charities I donate to or anything like that. But
You don't
understand
donate.
That
We
that
saw
is
it in
something you're
your-
doing really good. If you're doing good in life, you should do that stuff. Okay?
We saw it in your bankruptcy forms. You don't donate a fucking penny to charities.
You should help out
Legal
others.
doc, unless you lied about it.
Oh, good way to show how thankful you are for everything you have is to help those.
Did
who
you
don't.
lie about that?
Okay, guys.
Yeah, he probably
Okay.
lied about it.
Shadow the Hedgehog did a 500-bit cheer and said, "I hope you can get, huh? I hope you can
Don't
get piggies
donate
on
to
the
charity.
raid in
We
Assassin's
saw it
Creed
on your
Valhalla.
bankruptcy
You should get Jasper the cat
forms."
on the raid in Assassin's Creed Valhalla when you hire cats on the raids."
Definitely needs Rogan and Just for Men, dude.
What? Thanks for the cheer. I don't know what the hell you just said.
What, you can't read? Terrible.
I really have no idea what you just said, but I thank you for the cheer. Angela Bestia is here again and cheered and said the following. I have no idea what the hell he just said. I agree, Kat seems to have had a massive impact on your life. Your attitude between now and the time with your previous relationship is stark. I think you still have your moments, but I see your attitude is a lot more positive. I can tell Kat is actually providing emotional support and helping you grow as a person. So shout out to Kat. Yes, and not to say anything negative about anything in my past life, but like I said, my life now is the best it's ever been. 100%. And I'm so appreciative of that. And my wife is a giant portion of why that is. Okay? Infinite55 did a 1,000-bit cheer. He says, Ratty Bag is here, Phil. Okay, well, hi, Ratty Bag. How you doing? Thank you for the cheer, Infinite. I got a tip, and it's a weird anonymous tip. And I just want to take a look at it because it might be fake. It's just weird.
Might be fake, guys, so time to stop the stream and stare at his phone.
Yeah, I don't even know who this is. I'm just going to fucking refund this. I don't even know what this is.
$278. He's at $278.
I get some weird shit. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that means. I don't know why this person wrote it in all caps. I don't want your money because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, that's enough of that. Oh, my God. Okay, anyway. now that that's out of the way. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to adjourn my Thanksgiving 2020 vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you maybe got a behind-the-scenes idea of exactly what is going on with me, and now you know kind of what my plans are for the future. I definitely want to continue to put out high-quality, great streams for you guys on a daily basis, covering all the new releases. I need a new chair and a new laptop, and that's what's first on our agenda. And then maybe in 2021, if things keep going as well as they are, we can actually fully upgrade all my equipment and do some really awesome stuff around.
You have a green screen sitting in your garage, dude. Just use it.
But that was a good one. Thank you guys so much for the support. Holy shit. Crazy amount of support during the stream. In fact, I'm sure those subs jumped up too. So take a look at that. But thank you guys very much. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the United States. I hope that you all have a good one. And thank you so much for an awesome year. Here's to many more. Thank you.
So his pre-stream was 43 minutes. That was an hour and 38 minutes. Holy shit. That was over 2 hours of him talking and saying absolutely nothing but lies and bullshit. Lies and bullshit. The entire freaking time. Why is it doing that? Weird. Let's see. Transform. I guess that works. Bonfire lit. GGG, trying to stay warm in the winter. Over 2 hours to say absolutely nothing but, wah, give me money. I'm being charged back, so give me more money. Wah, I need more money, guys. That's a hell of a saying there, Paul. Your wife is a trap mole, only to be plowed into submission while she screams like a pony princess in heat. I was like, people who've lost their jobs, lost loved ones, don't know if they're going to be able to afford rent next month, and here's DSP. Guys, I got charged back $12, so give me $5,000 to make up for it. Ack, ack, ack. Snort. Oh, I haven't seen Space Cat. He probably shows up on Thursday like he normally does, I'm sure. Because that's what he does. I think this Thursday he got scared off by the turkey that showed up. Gobble, gobble. You're the pig roach. God. I just cannot imagine just saying all that and in the end not really saying anything. Like in the end he didn't say anything more than we already knew of. Ack, 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 snort, give me money. I'm broke, give me money. He probably said or did something stupid to lose him some subs, which is hilarious. Finally broke for 190 after being stuck in the 189 range for years. Went back down. Haha. And to think, he actually had a surge in new subs when he went to 1 hour videos, because finally it's not 10 minute, 10 minute, 10 minute, 10 minute, 10 minute. Like, hey, I have 87 notifications. All from DSP. Well, yeah, we're going to not follow him anymore. Pretty much, Kumo. It's hilarious how unobservant he is of himself. I say I had to wait a whole day to get my PS5, guys. You should give me $1,000 to make up for it. God, that's insane what... And it's like he's putting this out for all of us to see. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, we had to break into his house to find these videos. He puts this out for the world to see. He thinks this makes him look good. Like, and I still love the semantics of, yeah, in 2020 I haven't issued any. Yeah, this year I haven't issued any. What about the years before? Snort, lean in manual ban. Gotta cover up the fact that he's done it before. God damn. Yeah, say if it weren't for the whales, he'd be getting maybe $20 in tips a stream. If it weren't for the whales, but they keep showing up. They keep giving him money. I'd like to see him go 2-3 days without any of his whales showing up, just to see how panicked he gets. Well, I mean, as a child, yeah, I could see him being entertaining. As a child, like, he said a poopy joke. That's funny. Then you get older, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, he's doing the exact same humor he did 10 years ago. Well, guess what? I grew up. I'm more into British humor now. Hint, hint, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more. As opposed to poop jokes. And then Senna sits on it, breaking it. Yeah, I'm so glad I got to do this today. So I wanted to do it yesterday. Got busy. Want to do it today, and I was like, man, I'm getting busy again. Like, no. Sit down. Focus. Get this done. Hang out with you guys. Make fun of DSP. Get to watch it live and unedited and raw. I was like, no, I'll share the ladies. Why not? Let's share some ladies with you guys. And of course, at the end, the puppy lighting up the bonfire. I'm waiting for like Planet Jeff to get banned because, I got laid off for 6 months and I couldn't make any money. DSP, could you please give me back some of the money I gave you? No, that's my money now. Guy, he is such an entitled piece of shit. When's the last time he's done a charity stream? Oh, that's right. Never. Never has. Never will. I mean, shit, I'm tiny and I still did a charity stream to help someone out. And I'm like DSP where, well, yes, you donated, but PayPal takes a cut of that, guys. So I'm going to have to do the math to figure out what PayPal took. Because, yeah, you gave me $10, but PayPal took a cut of that. I was like, no. Super Chat or PayPal, whatever, it takes a cut. I don't care. I'm still donating the phone. So I'm donating $10 during that charity stream. Guess what? I gave the person $10 because that's what was donated. Well, it was Super Coach. I was like, I don't care about Super Chat's cut. The person donated $10 for the charity. The charity got $10. Fucking Pokemon. I love that. I want to do a charity stream, but I'm the charity, guys. I need that money more than these damn kids with cancer. Or some guy with a sick puppy that wants to get the x-rays and all that done. I need that money more. Snort. No, you don't, DSP. Again, I would just love for him to go even 2 or 3 days without getting whales showing up. 2, 3 days. No whales show up. He only gets $10, $15. Boom! See the tears flow. See the crying. See the begging start up even harder. Ooh. Animaniacs is now the second most streamed show on Hulu. It just passed Family Guy for the spot. The number one most streamed show on Hulu, for those who are curious, is Fargo. Well, hopefully Animaniacs beats Fargo soon. So the most I've ever done was a 16-hour. I did a 12-hour marathon doing Code Vein. I did a 16-hour doing Fire Emblem. And then in the end, it's like, all right, guys, it's 5:19 in the morning. I'm going to bed. Like, if I hadn't been so tired, I probably would have kept going. But it's like, all right, I'm too tired to keep going. I'm going to bed. But when you like games, when you enjoy playing video games, 16 hours was great. Like, holy shit, I got to sit here because I'm on vacation, so I get to sit here and play a game that I'm enjoying for 16 hours. Like, holy shit, this is great. You mean Etika? Etika, yeah, when he tried to profit off of Etika's death. Gotta profit off of the death, dude. How else is he gonna make money? Yeah. Well, I have to admit, guys, this was a good time. God, I miss doing these live streams. Well, I'm pretty sure his fans have tried to pay him before to play Code Vein. He says, no, I can't do it. There's too many waifus. Dark Souls. God, I can't wait. It'll be probably springtime to get before I get a PS5, if not later. Because, like, all right, let's say I get a PS5, then 6 months later, then the PS5 Pro's coming out. It's like, well, I'm going to want the Pro version. And there's still so many games for me to play on the PS4 and on PC and on Switch. It's like, you know what? I can easily wait a year to get the PS5. It's like, well, how about you get a computer? Like, ooh. I've already had 2 builds made on a PC Part Picker. And I was like, yeah. Now I get my tax return in. Which cover most, wouldn't cover all of it, but it'd cover most of it anyways. Alright, sorry, Papa, you disappear. I guess I'll disappear too so you can see it. This is what I'm looking at. The AMD Ryzen 3000 3.9 GHz 8-core processor. Corsair, that'll good CPU cooler. Gotta have liquid cooling on that. Gotta grab thermal compound. Motherboard. Memory. Like, I was gonna go with 32, but it's like, you know what? This is gonna, like, my last computer by next year will be 6 years old. So this is gonna something you go for 6 years. You're like, you know what? If I spend, $130 for an extra thing of RAM every 6 years, what's the big deal? Why not? Let's do it. Then, solid state drive for games. The M2 drive for operating system. My antiviruses, stuff like that. Then the 4 terabyte for movies, TV shows, music, my editing stuff. And then, like, if I could get it at 3080, why not? Again, because this is going to be sometime next year. Not right now, sometime next year. So maybe they'll be in stock by then. Get the case, and then the power supply. Power supply is 850, covers the 608 that the system thing it says it needs. It's like, this is going to be nice for next year. Save up my money, get my tax return, bam. They all deserve to be called out for their shenanigans. Any of these freaking whales do. Level 210. Holy shit, dude. And yes, you do, Vague. It is a good game. I enjoyed it. Look on YouTube first for character creations. You'll find some great characters you can make on your own. When I was looking at it, I didn't see 32 gigs. I only saw 16s. Let's see if they do have 32s. They gotta have them, right? Wait a minute. Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, sort by modules instead of speed. 4 times 32, damn. What's 2? Or 1 even. I'd probably get 2 though. Let's see, 2 times 32, 330. 2 times 32. 247. I'm gonna say that's probably something wrong with that. Corsair Vengeance, 64. For 234, I mean, 234 is not that much of a difference, is it? Versus paying 129 twice. I mean, paying 129 twice is 260 versus 234. Like, I guess I could probably do that. Good suggestion. Oh no, this is what I'm going to be building next year, hopefully. Well, this is American dollars before taxes. You can never discount taxes. Because they don't add tax until after you buy it. More power! Why not? Corsair. Oh, that's DDR4. No, that's DDR4 3000. Yeah, again, I haven't till next year to play around, look at what I want, see what I want, what I'm gonna go for, what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, this is not DSP's wish list. DSP wouldn't know about any of this. God damn. There we go. So I mean, instead of paying $260 for 64, pay $234. Could be tempting. I'd love to be able to just click on buy from Amazon and ordered. Get there in however many days. But I was like, oh, it's Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, where the fuck did Staples come from? Terrible. You're good, Paul. I just got to save up my money, and then, although half of that be paid for by my tax return. And think about it, if we get another government stimulus check of $1,200 and I get my tax return, there we go. Bam, computer's paid for by the government, not by me. All right. He doesn't steal from blind kids, dude. Super blind man's an adult, not a kid. Ack, ack, ack. Ouch. So I almost forgot to add thermal paste. Like, I don't know if I can afford 6,040 cents for thermal paste, guys. As he spends 170 for his motherboard. But like I said, I got until next year to worry about this. Look around, try to find better deals, or if I'm on Amazon, like, oh hey, this. Let's see. Western Digital Black 4 terabyte, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. It's currently on sale for $99.99. Like, I had to save myself $50. Buy now. I always be on the lookout for that. And I was looking at a bigger one of these for the M2 style, but it's like, I'll be putting my operating system. I'll be putting my antiviruses on there. I'll be putting whatever programs on there. Like, I don't want to be using that for games. If I did put a game on there, it'd be something that I play all the time, like Audio Shield. Had to be something, because the issue with SSDs is add, delete, add, delete, add, delete, add, delete. You do that enough times, you start getting fractures, whatever, in the hard drive. And then it stops working. So if I add anything to an SSD, it's going to be something that I'm going to be playing a lot. I'm not going to be adding some random, like, alright, well, I'm going to buy this random game that I might return after a couple days because it sucks. No, it's going to be something like Audio Shield, VR Chat, Gazillionaire, There Are Billions, games that I play all the time. But I figure, all my whatever random, or what's another good one? Beat Saber. Whatever, like those games can definitely fit on a 2 terabyte SSD. And then I just maybe slide a couple over to the M2. And all of the, movies, TV shows, music, all the editing stuff. Yeah, go to this. Maybe find another hybrid. I do like my hybrids, but And well, like you said, with currency exchange rates and all that, it's like, oh, I got $7. I can buy a 5-course meal in Vietnam. I have $7. I can buy a burger at Burger King if I get the really big Bacon King whatever. Which, I did that once. It's like, you know what, for $7, it's a good burger, but it's not a $7 good burger. Just saying. Then if he actually knew how to build PCs, he could have taken parts for... Because he got 2 PCs at once. He could have taken the parts, swapped them around, and made himself a supercomputer. He could have had one hell of a computer. And said, like, well, I don't know anything about computers. Throw this in the nook and try to use this one. It's like, you could have scrapped parts from both, combined them together, and made one a hell of a supercomputer. God damn, it's almost 5 o'clock. I need to eat. I haven't eaten yet. I got so distracted by everything that I was doing that I never got around to eating. So I guess I'm going to eat breakfast. Or like lunch, dinner, whatever. I'm going to make food. I'm going to eat. I'm hungry. So I was going to say, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Bring back the puppy. Bonfire lit. Wait, where's me? Yay, there's me. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Holla holla for the dollar dollar. Razzle with the razzle dazzle. And Rob Allen. Yeah, because I had a scratch on the case. And then like, oh, it's not working as fast. Like, probably because there's a ramp stick loose, dude. I don't have any pancakes. I'll probably make another egg sandwich because I love my egg sandwiches. Now that I got the tiny little pan that makes the perfect egg sandwiches. I love it. Holla, holla, holla. Holla. For the dollar, dollar, dollar. Let's add more. I'm easily amused. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Maybe. Let's see, I work on Monday, so when I gotta work Monday, I can stop at Kroger and buy pancake stuff. Ooh, I haven't had pancakes in a while. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Again, thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. Let's go with this one. This one amuses me. Maybe. Why is it not working? Damn it. Technical issues.
I don't want to adult today. Things are fixed, bills paid. I just want to stay in bed, play video games. What is that about you? Go to work, put on my pants, hard my shirt, go to my car, can I get gas? Sit in traffic and trickle living fast. I've had enough adulting. No being grown up for me. Let the bills pile up to the ceiling. Kids late to the market 3. No